Cool. So we have everyone here and present.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it was a little while ago.
Here, but not necessarily present.
Good enough. So who
Present but
remembers?
not here.
Who remembers what happened? Well, not last week, but 2 weeks ago. Then
Boat fight.
Boat
That's fine.
stuff.
boats and hoes. Yeah, so you guys were aboard the sea bitch, and whereupon you had just returned from your underwater dungeon delving, where you were set upon by cyber pirates. They had taken Sly, Captain Grissom, and Marlon Blando hostage. You guys mounted a daring rescue and took control of the boat and made an escape. You were unfortunately pursued and set upon. They had jet skis throwing fucking explosives at you. But you managed to fight them off very ably. But it was actually a Crown airship which came to you, which sort of very swiftly put an end to the pirates and see you guys in distress. But you didn't seem like the pirates, so they just kind of left you to it and just left you to go about your own business. You returned to port, and Cookie, you were given a package by Marlon. He just sort of thrust it into your hands, asked you to keep it safe, and just sort of didn't say any more of it. You guys all left with Sly, and gave you guys a nice little bonus, and sent you on your way. He said it'd be a little while before he'd have any more work for you, and just told you guys to have some fun and make ready for next time he might need you. So you have a little bit of downtime. Now, this isn't necessarily like a specific allotted amount of downtime, but I just wanted to see what is everyone doing? What is everyone's characters doing or wanting to do?
I don't appear to have a fedora in my character suit, so I'm going fedora shopping. As
Okay.
I'm a private investigator.
Are you trying to find a specific type of fedora?
Yeah, I want to make one that makes my entire character black and white, and just the area around me.
Something like this is coming.
Have
you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his noir filter.
Roll an investigation check.
And it also makes it play slow sax in the background at all times.
That's really sad, because investigation is really sort of my jam.
That's all right. I mean, yeah, you do find you come across a couple places that obviously do clothes. You can get a fedora pretty handily in some vintage shops. Probably won't cost you that much. Probably like 51 longs for like something authentic and like properly like just that right amount of crumpled to like look like a proper private eyes. What you do also know about is a place that does custom cybernetics, and there are augments which do a similar thing. So if you wanted to, I'm sure you could you can try and commission something. Might be a bit expensive though.
How bad is blood toxicity? Because I am at the max I can have.
You don't want a very high blood toxicity.
No, you
cool.
do not.
I will accept that Noir Filter Fedora is out of my reach for now.
Yeah, if you're interested, blood toxicity is a bad time. Yeah, if you have the where is it?
Because I currently have 2, which I think is the maximum I can have before it starts being negative. Because my con is -1, but it's a minimum of 2. So
All right.
I sort of maxed myself out here.
Yeah, no, they go.
But I got a hidden blade, so you know what.
Yeah, so essentially, if you go above your basic limit, you essentially just gain the poisoned condition.
Permanently.
As long as your blood toxicity is there. There are drugs you can take to counteract it, but they only last certain amounts of time, and they can be quite expensive.
I do not have enough hit points for that shit.
Or enough money to make it worthwhile.
No worries. Absolutely fine. Anyone else doing anything specific?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm on the hunt for a weapons grade.
I would like to go with him and look at knives.
There's a couple of things. One
Mhm.
was, if I'm not mistaken, I need to check. I'm thinking back a bit here. I'm pretty sure I hoarded the parts of I want to say a flamer.
Mm-hmm.
You did. You took a couple of the components of the flamethrower from that ancient mech that was in the underwater bunker.
Parts of a rudimentary flamethrower.
Yeah.
And also
Flaming sword.
Yeah, there was I was thinking about strapping a flamethrower to my power axe in some fashion or another.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also a couple of things actually. One was, to be fair, I've already got a power axe. I feel like I would love to find a chainsaw, but I don't know if they're a thing. And the other thing, I have ability to use heavy weapons, but we don't have any heavy weapons.
Yep.
It's probably going to be the easiest issue to solve, if I'm honest.
Yep. Okay. Roll a investigation check.
Ambition, that's about it.
Yeah, no. Roll an investigation check for me.
Can I go with him to give him advantage?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I'm gonna need it.
Go. I believe in you. Oh god, you have worse investigation than me.
Yeah. So not too bad. So you do know of a place called Pea Shooters, run by a woman by the name of Sweet Pea Harrogate, who oversees what looks like a very modest shop on the top, but is infamous in South Dank for having the most comprehensive stash of weapons. You go there and you sort of like walk in. Actually, there's a thing for this, isn't there?
Do they have any katanas?
Can you roll me? I think it is. Presents. Can you roll me some presents?
I'm being assisted by my resident.
I would say so.
Yep.
Yeah, both of you guys are kind of.
I'm helping amplify his presence.
Boom!
God dang.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
I'm not even going to bother rolling again.
So Sweet Pea, contrary to the name, is like a woman in her middle ages. But when you walk in with like your heavy boots like clunking on the floor, and your massive power axe just slung over your shoulder, with River just sort of slinking in next to you. Who just walks with like a graceful kind of gait and is clearly a very capable woman. Once you tell her kind of what you're after, she just immediately leads you round back, takes you down a set of stairs into what appears to be some kind of underground warehouse, which she has like shooting ranges and like just racks and racks of weapons. And she just asks you, "So, what are you looking for?"
Is it safe to assume I have a vague idea of what kind of heavy weapons are available?
So the general types of heavy weapons available.
In the rulebook at all?
It'll be in the basic rulebook.
I'm after a katana.
A katana.
Yeah,
very
like
easy
a mono-edged katana. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So that is standard 20,000 one longs.
Can I just pay that? If so, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Done. Paid.
Yeah.
I need a second to count. Hang on. Oh yeah, no, I have 314,000 one longs, so
It'll be okay.
be alright, probably.
Might have to go without lunch, a couple of times, but I think you can afford it.
Is
Heavy
that just
weapons.
the standard? Sorry, is that just the stat? It's a D8 and it's finesse, yes.
Yeah, that's a standard. 1d8 slashing. It's finesse and it ignores resistance.
Sweet. Thank you.
So heavy weapons. The general categories there is miniguns, heavy miniguns, grenade launchers, and flamethrowers.
Well, I've already got the guts of a flamethrower.
Mhm.
So what I'm thinking is the only one I can either go grenade launcher or minigun.
What's right?
I've only got based on the prices in the weapons list, I can't afford a heavy minigun for 1 million credits or one longs. But there's either the minigun or the grenade launcher. I'm possibly going to talk to Cookie about repairing the flamethrower, or ad hocing it onto the axe. I'm not sure how feasible that is, but we'll see.
Anything's feasible.
Anything is, yeah, quite
If
right.
I've been carrying the tank on the back, then all we really need is like the nozzle and the igniter, which is probably not that bad. The power axe is probably pretty unwieldy in terms of weight anyway, so a little bit more made that much difference. But I probably ought to go because the grenade launcher has pretty long range actually. How much damage do grenades do?
Depends on the grenade. Because it basically just says it fires grenades, so it depends on the type of grenade. So, for example, a frag grenade Mark 1 does 2d8.
Fuck, but the thing is, for grenade launcher, grenades are so expensive.
I was going to say that it's 2d8 piercing for a frag grenade, but it's also 50,000 one long.
Yeah, it's 50 grand for one grenade.
Although flashbangs dealing psychic damage just makes me imagine that flashbangs are very different in this universe.
But the thing about that is that the grenade launcher holds 8 grenades, so a single magazine is 800,000 one longs. No, 400,000. Sorry. But,
Well, they do a lot of damage, and they are like AOE. So
yeah, I think I should. I'll take the minigun. And I have a question on ammunition. How strict are we being with ammunition? Because I don't have anything with ammunition currently to speak of, so I haven't really worried about it too much.
I've been tracking mine.
Let me just double check something, because that is a useful thing for me to check.
I've been tracking mine. It says Katana 1.
I do not track mine.
I've just sort of been taking off like a chunk every session as a way to track it. Like I bought 200 and I've just been taking off sort of like 10.
If you get to the end of the session, you haven't used that many bullets. You're just shooting them randomly into the air.
Yeah, we can kind of abstract it a little bit here, because especially for like things like a 10 mil, it's like, or like a 9 mil, it's like 251 longs for a magazine. So I'll say if you for a minigun, it's like $2,000 for a keg of minigun ammo.
How many is in a keg?
Like ammo that you can buy by the keg.
About 30 pints.
Yeah, a keg is enough to fire the minigun 30 times.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that a Fallout weapon, Richard?
No, it's literally just something that someone made.
Is it? It looks like that's a flamethrower axe, I assume.
Yes.
The one I made in chat is a flamethrower axe.
Yeah. Mine isn't as good as Dan's, but
it's okay. Mine's for
it's got a different type of trigger. I thought it was interesting, the differences.
Also, Dan's flamethrower wielder is wearing a Nike cap.
Yeah, and the best thing about it is that I specifically tried to find an axe that didn't have a background so that I would have the squares when I put it into paint.
I hate you.
Welcome to Cyberpunk.
Right, yeah. I'll take
Something I will. One thing that Sweet Pea does draw your attention to is Well, whilst you're here, and because like especially you guys are like spending some money, she leads you over to the different types of ammo that is available, and shows you around. So have a look at this. We have got GPS bullets if you want to track someone down. Say someone's been causing you some problems. Here you go. You can you can fire this. Provided they don't pull it out of their butt cheek too quickly, then you know where they're going to be. You got incendiary bullets. You've got armor piercing bullets that ignore any the resistances they might have. You have flathead bullets, which change the damage. Don't quite do ballistic if that's what they're good at fighting. And you got these ionized bullets. It's like blue, sort of like galvanized bullet. Now this does like EMP damage. Good against mechs.
The GPS bullet, right? As soon as you said that, I just had this image of us like getting out of a vehicle and someone going, "Hey, don't forget where we parked the car," and someone going, "Don't worry." Bang! Just shooting around into the car.
Or just be like, "Oh, I can't remember where we parked." Pulls out gun. I gotcha.
Now these bullets, they don't do quite as much raw damage, but in the right situation, they're even better than the normal thing.
These people don't happen to also do like cybernetic augmentation, do they?
Not so much here.
Damn.
They do sell mods for weapons, which are available. But yeah, no, there are cyberdocs, which are fairly common.
We have one in the party.
Can he install me a cybernetic arm with a hidden blade?
I mean,
oh yeah, there's guys.
I mean, Synth has a +7 to medicine and a +5 to robotics. So
Ooh.
Those sound like the appropriate stats.
they sound like appropriate stats.
Roll religion.
Roll sense motive. But it's Ed would have to run through specifics on whether or not like that is just something that
just trying to find how
would be in the realms of possibility, or if it's like no player character could do it.
I don't see why they couldn't, but I'm just trying to see if there's any specific rules on like how it works and the DCs for it. But it does not look like there is, so I'm going to wing it.
Proud of you, Ed.
So when you are basic card price. So you'll still have to buy the
Yeah,
augment.
of course. Yeah.
But yeah, you could for a nominal. But the nominal fee at the end is to install. Bigger augments that are a lot more involved tend to be a bit more a greater proportion of the price is the installation.
Yeah.
So we're going for like a full arm redo.
Yep.
So
that's my goal. But yeah.
Yes. So a replacement arm, standard for the whole like package is like 100.
I've seen it's
100,000
about 100,000 wonlons, and then the hidden blade is about 200,000. So it's about 300k for what I'm after with my hidden blade stabby arm. Then I'll never be disarmed again.
We could start a creed.
Sure.
It does seem to allude that it does seem to say that the hidden blade. It says a hidden blade is a cybernetic forearm and hand produced by ZA Corp. When hidden, this melee weapon can be detected by a relevant check.
Yeah, but it's got to be 20 or higher, and it cannot be removed without surgery.
Oh yeah, it just makes me think that you don't necessarily need the standard replacement before you can use that.
Oh, really?
It's because the standard replacement, it doesn't say anything. Like in Cyberpunk, you would get the limb and it would have like slots to use.
And there's
the replacement here, it just says that it doesn't have any special stats or benefits. It's just a replacement. But the hidden blade does seem to be an actual arm, like forearm and hand, like cybernetic, that has a hidden blade in it.
That's how I read it.
Because
I read that you wouldn't be able to do anything else with that arm.
The upgrade I
Sorry,
want
that's
is Invisiskin, so I can turn invisible. Hidden Blade, so I can stab people with it, and then probably like I don't know, the toughened torso, so that I don't just fucking die.
So you got rock hard tits. That's what.
Exactly. Yes, that's it.
That's it.
Like a bag of sand.
Cutting glass with nipples.
Literally, that's what it's for. It's so we can break into places and just cut the glass.
I'm going to say if you wanted to just purchase the augments itself and see if you can get Splint to install them, it would be 75% of the full price that's
Oh,
listed.
really interesting. All right, all right.
Spin would like the 25% mate rates car, and I'll get it. I'll take 12.5%.
Yeah, what he does first is he cuts the arm off first, and then he's like, "Pay me my 25%."
Yeah, no, he won't. He won't do that. But what Spin would like to do is spend some time just like double checking like what it is he needs to do again, like brush up on his knowledge of
Okay.
it, the recent like any recent medical text that might be in place that like could have changed since he last did this, just so that he gives himself like the best chance of.
Yeah, no worries. So do some. Please roll me a investigation check.
Oh,
Pretty good magazine.
You tried researching it, and you haven't managed to find any like new text in a short period of time. You tried looking around, but yeah, you're only coming up with like spam and like those like promotion like
He's just
leaflets that
fucking doing
come with the
BuzzFeed
tech.
quizzes.
nice. So I'm just gonna like Spin is just gonna take that as like clearly nothing's changed since he last did it. Like,
Yeah.
Dan's been doing his medical research in service station toilets.
Or
No,
reading
I
the writings on the wall.
the thing is,
Looking at the posters on the wall for like fart covering pants.
Oh god.
because Spin is a medical professional, like he will know how to do some of this shit. I just
Oh,
I
yeah.
was thinking more like, oh, something in case anything had changed to try and give like because I'm just thinking like out character. I want to try and increase my odds with the rolls just in case.
Oh yeah, like if you had scored above the DC, I would have given you like either advantage or like a bonus to it.
That's what I was aiming for.
You're not
but
like rolling with a disadvantage or anything on this.
yeah, cool.
You haven't
That's
like harmed your chances.
decent. That's fine then.
So River, what are you actually getting? So you got you're going for the hidden blade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Can I? Is this shop somewhere I can buy them, or is this put on the list and see if we can find somewhere later?
So the tier 1 augments, the hidden blade, yeah, you can buy that. That's pretty easy to get. And what was the other one you wanted?
It's the Invisiskin, and that's a tier 2 one.
That's a tier 2.
And also, I don't have enough money for that one, so don't worry.
Oh, that's fine.
That's a goal.
Yeah, you don't have the requisite sort of street cred for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. What is street cred?
So your influence is what that is. That can be in corporate or street influence. That is just a measure of how street you are.
Cool.
That is sort of runs in line with your generally with your level. But there are certain things which can affect that upwards or downwards depending on things.
Arming an army of children something that would get us a lot of street cred?
Depends on the results, I suppose. Why is that something that's on your mind?
Do we?
Because we did that.
Is Cookie present? Can I go visit Cookie with my power axe and jumble of flamethrower parts? And my wallet.
Sorry,
yeah.
Have I been able to buy the hidden blade?
Yeah, you buy the hidden blade, so that'll be instead of 200,000, that will be what? Sorry,
1,000.
Be 150k, right? If it's 75%.
Yes, that'd be the right. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, Splint, roll me some robotics and mechanic. Some robotics and medicine, please.
Cool.
Install my stabby hand.
Dang. Yeah. Splint sorts it, takes the stuff, sort of reads through like the kind
All
of
right,
things.
remember,
like,
left
I've
arm,
seen this
left
shit a
arm,
million
left
times. Which hand is this going on?
Left.
He does it, and then he's got 2 left hands.
Shit.
You were
Just
so
like
specific.
JoJo.
Oh, I'm so glad that I rolled higher on that. 'Cause I was sitting here going like, I wanted to try and do everything I could to make sure I gave Tom the best chance because, roll of the dice, you never know.
So River, you got a bitchin' sweet new arm.
Sweet. You've got to add that on now. Hidden blade.
It's like with the hidden blade as well. It comes with like a nice sort of black, matte black kind of finish on it.
Ooh.
It's very kind of like sleek
Or
and tactical.
could it instead not be matte black and be more like my character art?
Yes.
Yes.
That's very easy. It comes it's like comes off the shelf. You can get it in the different colors.
Boom. There we go.
So Spin would like to, after the surgery and after like Rivers come round and everything, just be like quietly, just put her aside and be like, now a bit of an awkward one, but with the leftovers, normally I just take them out back and just burn
You
them.
can keep them.
I'll just burn them off. But
I
I don't,
don't
know,
want to know.
Okay, cool.
Make them gone. For flavour as well, can we say that we installed my katana in as my stabby secretly arm? It literally does the same damage.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Stabby.
You have a hidden katana.
Clint is able to he essentially just like cuts it in half and like puts like a hinge in it so it like can fold in like in the forearm, kind of like is it in Cyberpunk you got those like mantis blades.
Oh, actually, sorry. In the interest of like accuracy, there is a slight difference that the hidden blade wouldn't have the ability to like what is it that the katana's got? It's like piercing or something. What's it called? Ignores resistance. It doesn't have that on the hidden blade, so you're cool if I still have that or not.
I suppose that will be the benefit of actually having the open thing. I would say probably not, unless you were going to try and get some like extra custom thing made.
Nah. Nah. Cool. That works for me. That means I don't have to remember that it's got that as well, so that's a win.
What was it that it did?
It ignored resistance,
Ah.
which is good. Don't get me wrong, but I like it being hidden more. So stabby time, slashy time, whatever it is.
Now we can do very delicate hidden blade high fives.
Wait, does John redact? Well, just Redacted have one of those.
Yeah. I think I've stabbed someone with it.
Have you?
Yeah, actually,
It didn't do very much damage.
Yeah, no,
because John is not a strong boy.
It's a finesse weapon.
He's
Yeah,
not
it does that.
He's not a very good dex boy either. He has 0.
Okay, never mind then.
Isn't he a synth?
He's weak and sluggish. That's his issue.
But he is good with people.
He's useless.
Isn't he a synth?
Yeah,
No.
maybe.
I thought he was human.
Allegedly.
No
I
one knows
can't tell the
anything about him.
difference. Yeah, we don't even know his fucking name, mate.
This is true.
Can he
Yeah.
drive? Can he not drive? Does he have any allergies? We don't know any of this stuff. Yeah.
No, we know he has a peanut allergy.
Fancy
Oh, okay.
flamethrower.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is that I'm not trying to make the power axe better so much as just have a flamethrower available in the same weapon. So not, I mean, you're cool really. I was kind of thinking possibly like a one use per every few rounds or once per combat or something to be able to do a flamethrower move with it.
So do you mean like be able to essentially use it as either an axe with a flamethrower strapped to it, or vice versa?
Yeah, so kind of like I can if I can use it just as it is as a power axe, or I can be like, right, I'm going to fire it as a flamethrower this turn and use my flamethrower attack. There's no interaction between the two as such.
Yeah, no, I'd say that would be fine. You would obviously still have to have like the tank and stuff like on your person, but that's
it's just like a hose around your hand, bottom of the handle, and then a nozzle on the end of it, basically.
no, I don't see any problem why they would have to like negatively affect each other. Cookie, is this all good with you?
Yes.
Cool. So, Cookie, can you roll me some mechanics for me?
No.
Okay, so Cookie does is able to do this. It's gonna take him a few days, and it's gonna require some extra bits, some extra parts to make it work.
Cue the side quest.
No, it's just stuff you
Cue
can.
the miscellaneous side quest where Sam has to go and fetch random bits for his.
Yeah, in random corners of the world.
Can you
Need
just,
a lug
can you just do
nut,
one of
man.
those
Just one lug
carrying
nut,
escort
that's-
quests?
Yeah.
You want to contribute some funds to obtain these spare bits.
Yes. That'd be just about 50,000 won longs, if you please.
I have 48,000 monlocks.
I'll lend you. How much do you need?
2,000. Well, 2,000, and I will have nothing left. But that's my issue, I guess.
I'm gonna lend you 4,500 because that way I'll have a round number.
Give
Lovely.
me all your money, and I bet I can double it.
No.
I bet you.
The samurai
Guaranteed. Guaranteed double your money.
Double or nothing.
It's gonna be one of those.
Double, definitely nothing. It will give me double nothing, which is still nothing.
You'll get double nothing.
I guess you just won't know.
Nothing. So,
I can do fire things.
yeah. So essentially, you have after about 3 or 4 days of tinkering, Cookie's able to whip together what you wanted, and essentially, yeah, you have a flamethrower, a weapon that doubles as a flamethrower or an axe. It can only do one on each round.
Yes, this seems perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, so when you do eventually say get things like extra attack, just the act of like switching between weapons, you wouldn't be able to like say like
Yes, I can't flamethrower and then swing my axe.
yeah.
No, it's
So whichever you're picking for that round is what you can use it for that round. Cool. Very good.
I am now dealing considerably more damage than I was.
Very nice. Who else? Oh, Mr. Ditch. What is Mr. Ditch doing?
It's gonna be pachinko.
Probably playing pachinko.
How long is Mr. Ditch playing pachinko for? Is this like a separate day, like bender?
It's a bender. It's pachinko, yeah, and sake.
Okay, like
And
how many days has Mr. Ditch like disappeared into this pachinko hole?
probably 3 days until
Okay.
he's like just passed out and then woken up with no money.
No, okay. Roll me. Okay, firstly, how much money are you going into this bender with? Are you just going to like gamble your entire funds in this time?
We all know the answer to this. Why are we pretending we don't?
How much funds do I have?
Oh, there it is.
127k.
Are you going to go for it? Are you going to use all of them?
Do it.
Yeah,
Pussy.
go on, spend it all.
Yeah, spend it all.
No.
Mr. Ditch, like as a medical professional, I think you have a gambling addiction, and that you need to seek some professional help.
You don't know
Now I've got a wedgie.
So, Mr. Ditch, can you roll me? Sorry, that was 125,000.
127.
127. Okay.
Spend all of it.
Can you roll me 3 D100s
Oh,
separately?
one,
Okay.
2, 3.
Oh, okay. So on the first day, it goes terribly. You are the balls are not with you. You are just like the balls are just sinking into the loser hole, and you are just like it's just gobbling them up, and you are like spending money up as quickly as you can.
It's
And you are
pooping,
you get down to like your last 10,000 before you like just collapse into exhaustion. In like a sake puddle by one of the pachinko machines. The second day, though, you wake up and the gods are with you. Like, an elderly lady has taken the machine that you were using, and so you have to use the one like a couple of machines down, and this one is hot shit. Like it is rolling amazing. You are like sinking like mini jackpots like left and right.
Nice.
And you manage to make your money back thereabouts. And then it's on the third day, like you in like a haze of like cigarette smoke and like dingy like neon lights that you manage to probably improve probably about I'd say about like 60,000 wonlongs you managed to improve by. So you're up
Nice.
a little bit at the end of all of that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
So
very
is
good.
that 60 on?
60,000 wonlongs in addition to what you already had.
Ah, nice. See, Sam, I could have got your money back if you just invested. You just invested. You got to make your money work.
I've invested my money in a flamethrower and a minigun.
Oh, I meant to say. Oh, actually, no. I should have asked you, Mr. Ditch. Can you roll gambling for me? Because I completely forgot that was skill.
This is where we
But we all
reckon
know there's a
everything.
lot of skill
Oh,
involved.
17.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
no, yeah. So yeah, no, you maintain 60,000, and also you have caught the eye of some of the local pit bosses and some of the guys who run the pachinko halls as an impressive gambler, a man of skill and refinement.
And they're not just worried he's counting balls.
He's counting balls.
Can the balls.
Yeah, being a pit boss in a pachinko hall, actually one of the easiest jobs ever.
You just
It's
stay
really
going,
hard to shoot a
invite
pachinko.
with the bouncing balls.
Yeah.
Is that? Can I quickly check on the character sheets?
Mhm.
Proficiency bonuses. Do they go up every level?
No, so on your character class in the the handbook, it'll on the first thing it'll show
So it says
how much.
for enforcers it's +2, but it's constantly +2 until you get to another level where it's +3.
Yeah, that's the yeah. So currently your proficiency bonus is still just +2 until you
Cool.
guys hit level 5. So
Okay.
it's stacked across I think all classes. Yeah, very nice.
Cool. I'm in the money.
And Tom, just roll a d20 for me. Just sort of separate to all of that.
What level are we?
You guys should be level 3.
Yeah.
You guys leveled up last time.
I've done everything to level up other than actually changing my level on my character sheet.
Do you know
Oh,
what's
yeah.
the
I'm
exact
sitting
same?
here, the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are all
I
idiots.
keep doing what I
Nice.
should have done. You guys are all twats.
Yeah,
Hey,
shit. This
Andy.
means we're bad and Andy's good. I can't live with this.
Andy, words hurt, man.
Did Andy sort out his dog?
I believe we did.
I'm only asking because if he didn't, then we weren't shit as him, or he wasn't better than us, but whatever. I don't really actually mind.
Sam was just being petty, and I love it.
So
He's ready for it, but it just didn't arrive.
All right, PLB bit.
I mean, petty doesn't sound like Sam.
Mr. Ditch, actually, in your time there, you actually get noticed by the owner of this particular pachinko hall,
No, really?
and you,
Uh-oh.
he not in a bad way.
Oh,
Actually, he
boy.
comes up to you. He talks about his admiration for your grit and your perseverance. About how he witnessed your almost downfall a couple of days ago, but then your triumphant return.
Just carried on spending.
Yeah, no, he's in love, and he gives you a VIP membership card to the like the high rollers room in the.
Spend more money, you idiot.
High rollers. That doesn't sound very honourable. You're
Very honourable.
Well, that's the
High
right
roller.
group.
Just because you're jelly.
that is true.
Dan's jelly of your honour.
No, Splinters. He's just like fucking,
Just made more money than going on that boat. Dicking around that boat. Give me 3 days and some pachinko machines.
Sorted, yeah. Also, are you doing anything else, Mr. Ditch?
That's it, I think.
No, awesome. Who else? We've done Splint, we've done Jameson, we've done River, we've done.
What I don't want to say is, I do feel that regardless.
Is Sam talking to us or?
I think he's talking to
Quite
us.
low.
Okay, all right.
The Cookie's going to develop tire iron, I guess, in this period.
Yeah, if we were married.
Very nice. Speak to Dash.
Can I open an Instagram account for Tire Iron?
Yes.
Open an Instagram account and we'll have 3 posts and no more ever.
Yeah, it's like 3 posts of Tire Iron wearing different hats with cutesy captions, and then it will never be touched ever again.
Oh, I tell you what, the last one is him wearing like a hat, and the caption is "Taking Tire Iron to the vet today. Hope it's all okay," and then never post again.
That's brutal.
So Tire Iron does have a character sheet, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, Tire Iron's more of a character than most of us.
Tire Iron's character sheet, unfortunately, after three paragraphs, just stops as well.
Oh, light bite! My God.
Yeah. So deep in his almost like this feverish, like zealotry of creation, Cookie like spends a good like just 3 days. I mean, he bangs out like the flamethrower in the off time to like sort of like chill out and like calm down afterwards. But this will be so much easier in future times. But just like making the schematics and like finally coming to a head and finishing off all the things for Tire Iron, he triumphantly emerges in a haze of like ball sweat and whiskey.
No, that's actually the deodorant he wears.
And he's got his own wrestler entrance theme music as well.
That's actually the thing that took the longest to install in Tire Iron.
John Cena horns.
Cookie Maryland.
Yeah, Cookie emerges with Tire Iron scampering around his little feet.
How
Couldn't have
big
given
is
him bigger
Tire?
feet, yeah.
Tire Iron is like...
In
Wait.
my head.
Huh?
In my head, this is what I'm sure it's not, but in my head, like this is what Tire Iron would look like.
No.
Oh no, Tire Iron's way cuter.
That's Tire Iron.
Oh. What's that from?
It's Boston Dynamics, isn't it?
I don't know, it's Google.
Isn't that
I think it's an artist's impression of.
Isn't that in the game?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Could be actually. It's one of the cows.
Hmm.
I did think of giving Tire Iron this Avatar.
I knew it was going to be that
didn't
before
you?
you even posted it.
Such a missed opportunity.
Oh, so good.
This is Cookie and Tyrone.
Oh,
This is the. I feel
I
like
was
this,
hoping
this
for
is
one of
like,
these.
I feel like the one that I've just sent is like that's what you get if you're actually like a king. The king's dog looks like that.
What part of Cookie makes you think, ah, yes, royalty?
No, I'm all mean
Oh,
like.
he's a royal pain in the ass.
Cookie
Oh,
has,
oh.
Cookie has the guy from Wallace and Gromit, and then like the soldiers who we fight have those things.
Have those things. And you know they're evenly matched, right?
Oh yes. I quite like the second one I sent though, actually. The one below these
I love that.
with the little bits of paper for ears.
Is that a Warhammer?
Fucking
That
shopping
looks like
receipts.
a
All right, you
Warhammer.
just please see me.
Is that a
Okay.
Warhammer, Sam? Yeah, that's
It's the skulls and the random bits of scrolling. Yeah.
yeah, it's a cyber master.
Oh, I thought they were like receipts.
Ed's got a
Honestly, tell me they couldn't have been. You know, like.
You're the one you posted with the red eyes. Do you know what red is, Sam?
I struggle, but I think I've got it.
Fucking hell.
It looks like the one of the guys from Phantom Menace.
I know exactly
What,
what you
like
mean.
one
Is
of
it
the
Sebulba?
Voyants, or-
The,
Oh,
the,
right,
the
yeah.
pod racer.
Is
Yeah.
it Sebulba?
Yes, Bulba.
It looks like
Yeah.
Sebulba.
Also, we just take a moment to acknowledge that Dom doesn't know what red is either. He's also colorblind.
No,
Hey,
I know, but
you don't know what colours I'm colourblind with.
it's funnier to take the piss out of you.
It is, let's be honest.
Sorry to tell you this, Sam, but
I expect it of everyone else, but I am judging you.
Yeah.
Turning on your own kind.
Yeah, dude, for safety.
Traitor.
Mate, this is a zero-sum game, alright?
Traitor! Name that game.
worms.
Fuck yeah.
Traitor.
Traitor!
No. Very nice. Awesome. So, Cookie, you doing anything else in a few little days?
No, I mean, having spent lots of time building Tyrone, just gonna go out for some drink.
Mhm.
I got some retro tech to sell off.
Oh, okay. All right. You want to sell that off? Awesome.
Actually, no, I don't want to sell it off. I'm gonna
Hoard it.
I'm gonna put it away and I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down to even
just
more
start starting.
useless state, and then leave it and forget about it.
Oh, can I? I've got a couple of fire axes and a couple of assault rifles that I can't really use. I might sell those.
Yeah, you
Can
can sell those.
Can I have So I've got my colony share 1,000 a month. Can I assume that I get that?
I would say so. Yeah, in the last little while, yeah, you'd you would have received your colony share at some point. Yeah. How many fire axes did you have?
I've got 2 fire axes and 2 standard assault rifles.
Two
I don't know which one I want.
2 standard assault rifles. Oh yeah. Usually the standard sort of markdown when you're selling is sort of like 50%. So so you get 5,000 for the fire axes, and they can offer you again like 200,000 for both of the assault rifles.
So is that 5,000 for both fire axes or for each?
For both of them.
5,000.
And then,
200 for the assault rifles. Nice.
For both of them.
I have an old shotgun and an old SMG, same sort of thing. Just looking to sell them.
Yeah.
But they're like old disrepair that I found from the bomb and things. They might be not in as much good condition.
I'm
yeah,
keeping my
'cause,
pistol. I want to shoot
Chicky,
people.
fixed the one, so you've got the parts. He said Yeah, when you try and sell them off at like a gun shop, they sort of like look at it and go, "Oh, this is," and sort of like see like the sort of novelty of like almost like an antique kind of thing. They can offer you 50 grand for both of them.
Sold.
Yeah.
Let it not be said I don't pay my debts. I'm going to give River back 7.5 grand.
Oh, mate, investing in big scary dudes is paying off.
It'll pay off more when I obliterate the person who's about to murder you.
I mean, probably, but you've already paid off like 3,000, so hey, this is a win.
Oh fuck! I thought you gave me like 7 grand. I thought I was just giving you like a 500 quid tip.
No, I gave you like 4.5, so I'll take the 3 grand tip and say nothing about it.
I mean, I'm now on a nice round 200 grand, so whatever.
I mean, that was why I gave you the amount I did as well. So
I love this aggressive tipping each other.
yeah, when we get taxis, it's a nightmare.
Meanwhile, Splint, having put the armor on, sitting there slaving, didn't get a dime. not that he wants anything, just in context.
No, I just like the idea. We're like, yeah, thanks, mate.
Dom,
I wouldn't tip. We're like, yeah,
Splint like tore off her arm, but he sits back up, put it all in there. Meanwhile, they're just fighting, giving money to each other, and like, whilst this is going on, Splint's just sewing the other arm back on.
Yeah.
It's just going like putting all the work in.
I'll be honest with you, mate. It gives me weird feelings to tip a doctor. Okay.
Hey, have you never heard about America?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. The NHS is kind of a thing of the past in this setting.
Yeah. Why am I not surprised by that?
Don't worry, Dom. The surgery, it wouldn't cost you, say, an arm and a leg.
Just the arm. How
Just
nice
the
of you.
arm.
Yeah, you got to keep the hand. That's a tip. I don't know what you're doing with it. I don't want to know what you're doing with it.
The hand is just the tip of an arm.
Yes.
Oh, Cookie, I meant to ask, where does Cookie live?
In the moment.
In a hovel. No, he's got an apartment in South Bank.
Oh, yeah. So, just shortly after finishing off Tire Iron, sort of later that evening, Cookie gets a knocking on the door, and when you go to answer, it is it is Barney, your buddy who runs the scrap heap.
Barney!
Yeah, Cookie, old bastard, looking good.
Come in.
He comes in. You guys exchange light-hearted insults and sort of news and stuff. He quickly, though, he kind of gets down to business. He says, "Now, Cookie, I'm really sorry to come here with this sort of news, but I didn't want to call you. There were some guys round the heap asking about you. They didn't seem to know where you lived, but they were just asking if they knew where I might find you. Now, I told them I had no idea where you lived, or I haven't seen you in years, but I don't know if they bought it. So just so you're aware, just keep your head on a swivel, yeah?
Sounds like we better skip town, boyo.
It's Cookie's go-to answer for anything.
Cookie just leave. We get a new
It's just
character.
an animatronic Cookie just saying that constantly.
Skip town, boys.
Bamboozled again.
Better skip town, boyo.
Says, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
So what do these guys look like? How many of them were there? What do they look like?
two guys, lanky guys. They look
Suit?
like twins or something, but they're in these fancy suits.
Bet they're wearing suits.
Yeah, they look like suits.
Can I ask, I was gonna say, can I ask Barney? I can just ask Barney.
Yeah.
Have you got any CCTV footage?
Yeah.
I need-
He like taps away on his data pad for a little bit, and he shows you like a blurry image. Yeah, it just looks like a suit. This is a guy. Well, two guys. They're both about 6 foot. Sort of very trim, neat, sort of dark grey, dark hair going into a little bit of grey. They got like these nice sort of like tailored black suits on, and they ooze kind of like G-men.
Corpo.
Yeah, corpo trash.
Were they aggressive?
No, they were polite as those guys can be, but they no, I never liked their kind.
Racist.
I better tell the boys.
They were asking about someone called Blando. If I knew about him as well, but I have no idea who that is or what that might mean. So if it means something to you, hopefully it helps. But
Mhm.
that's
I'm
about that.
not going to divulge any information to Barney in
Yeah.
the sole interest of if he doesn't know, he can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
Can't dob us in.
He can't be interrogated, and he can't break, and he can't like. If he genuinely doesn't know, he's more likely to be believed that he doesn't know.
Or just murdered, just tortured to death. They didn't get the answer.
Fucking hell.
Both are possible.
The American way.
I'm gonna plead ignorant to knowing Marlon.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, you guys spend a bit more time. He like now that he's kind of like said his bit and passed on the message that he wanted to, he relaxed a bit more. You guys have a couple of drinks, and then eventually he says his goodbyes and he heads off for the night.
Okay. Well, being hunted. Why?
Spoon would like to offer Cookies some plastic surgery.
Your go-to option as well.
I just want a new hat.
Wow, I'm not sure I can.
Surgically implant one on him.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I'm afraid.
I take him to the fedora shop.
I was gonna say.
Take it to the door shop.
Oh, God, no.
Who put 50p in the dickhead?
Yeah, it's just all it says it sells is vintage fedoras.
Which, as far as redacted is concerned, is the only type of hat that anyone should ever own.
I think Mr. Ditch might agree with you.
Okay, I mean, yeah,
The lady.
I'm gonna rally the chaps, and we need to meet at the bar and try and establish
Make it ache.
what's
Yeah.
going on here, because it certainly isn't breakfast.
Well, you tell us.
But I'm gonna divulge
What's going on
information
here?
that you've all just heard.
Right.
Why would corpos be hunting you? What have you done?
I
Who have
mean,
you?
Or what has he not done?
I mean, do you guys, Ed?
Yeah.
Do these guys know that I was handed the thing? When we
Did you
got
tell
off the ship?
us?
Well, I don't know if it was kind of in. Was it getting kind of like obvious?
No, Blando was trying to be really, really sort of
Okay.
sort of quiet about it. And when you were on the docks, there weren't like loads of people around. Like you guys, especially like on the ship, it would have been really hard for someone to see that sort of pass off going on.
Okay, so I'll divulge that as we left the ship, he thrust this object upon me. And told me.
Are you showing us the object, or
Yeah.
what is it? Do any of us recognise?
It was just some old tech thing, wasn't it?
I will show you.
Ooh.
I haven't actually seen it yet.
Oh,
Yeah, that thing.
oh.
The cube.
That looks modern and expensive.
Hmm.
Can do I recognise it? Like, does Finn recognise it?
Yeah, I think
Whoever
do any of us
wants to.
immediately recognise it?
Yeah. So anyone who would like to, please roll. What would we do here?
Maybe I should have asked Barney if he knew anything about this thing.
Probably roll. I'm sort of thinking. I don't know if it's mechanics. Probably more like robotics or like the electronic kind of stuff. Yeah, robotics. Let's say.
I am not going to do that.
Yeah, no, I didn't bother either.
I tried, I failed.
Okay. This thing looks different to anything you guys have seen typically before. It doesn't appear to have any ports or anything like that, like which would sort of allow you to like plug it into or plug cables or anything like that into it. It seems very not like alien, but like it seems very very alien in design. It looks very like cutting edge. It looks brand like fucking new. It looks very sort of high tech. Splint, you can see you sort of are able to deduce that the lines on it that sort of make up the outer sort of these like sort of patterns on the end on the edges. You sort of are able to discern that maybe that is like the interaction. Maybe it docks into something that like sort of reads on that, and it is probably part of some kind of larger machine or some kind of larger, some kind of assembly or something.
Nice. So Splint would like to say to the group now. What we got here is a doohickey of some sort.
What is
The phrase after is MacGuffin.
it will not know work?
It's a very high-tech piece of equipment. This, you lot wouldn't understand because I don't understand either. That's right. I was trying to pretend that I could, like I knew what it was, and then I remembered Splint can't tell. I can't keep secrets, so he begins immediately admits he doesn't know.
This is my corporate influence to try and establish who these individuals that are hunting down Cookie are, and also if I know what this bit of tech is.
Let me have a look at your...
I have a whole 3 corporate influence.
3 in corporate influence. So the way the influence will work is that's kind of like your ability to kind of leverage, like a corp, or like kind of navigate, like how big your corporate dick swinging is, like whether like who you could make a phone call to and they would like have an appointment ready for you. At a 3, I would probably say you could probably get you could probably get in with some kind of tech to like some of the guys, some sort of techie or some kind of like corp scientist that you knew from your police days to have a look at it if you wanted.
I'm considering going back to Barney at some point or sending one of the guys back to Barney.
Mhm.
I think Barney might know something about this.
We're gonna go have a conversation. Or
What
we're
do you
gonna
know
go
about
have a
me?
conversation. And he just like looks pointedly at the hidden blade.
I think I shouldn't go because I'm clearly being. They
Well,
might-
Why
send-
not
send
the
the dog.
detective and I go?
Hmm?
And he can do all the persuasion talkie, and I can sit there with a low neckline. Look, I'm trying to start a detective duo with us.
No, I
Fair.
get that. I get that.
Go seduce Barney.
Tits in the fedora.
You don't think
Tits in the hat, man.
Exactly, somebody gets it.
So what I'm hearing is tits in the neckbeard.
quite like Hatman and tits.
Can synths have neckbeards?
He's not a synth, he's a regular human. Look at it.
Yeah, I'm the regular. The regular
I know
giant.
100%. I'm convinced you're a synth.
Please don't shoot him in the middle
Okay.
of Diamond City.
If you want to, like Jameson, please roll like investigation or a medicine check to try and determine that.
Well, my medicine is -1, so this is going to end well. Yeah, definitely. I have no issue with it whatsoever. Like, I like synths; they're great. I've made friends with him, and he's a synth, but definitely a fucking synth.
He's definitely.
You were so loud then; you kind of cut out when he did that.
He's definitely a fucking synth.
Tell you boys, that man got the blood. It's just milk.
Very good.
Milk and fibers.
Awesome. So, so Tits and the Hat Man. You guys, is that what you guys are doing? You're heading over to Barney's.
A good idea to find out, like,
He might
What?
know. He might not
Yeah,
know.
sure.
I wouldn't claim to know me to Barney for his own protection.
I think that's a good idea. If we go as if we're another corporate duo that's kind of been sent to track something down, and see if he knows anything about. Are we bringing the device with us?
Yeah,
or...
that's what I was wondering. If we take it with us, aren't we? We're
Yeah.
just putting it at risk. But if we just try and describe it, I
Maybe-
don't
Are
understand
photographs
where-
a thing in this world?
Bring a photo of it.
That is a very good shout. Why did I forget photographs were a thing?
Honestly, it's as soon as you can, role play mode.
Not Jameson.
You need to look after it. Let me chuck it in my med bag.
Does Redactive have a camera?
I had.
Oh yeah, like it is a pretty like most of your like phones will have like.
Oh, I have a pocket computer.
There you go. Yeah, that'll do.
I only have old Nokia phone. You know what the are like.
All Nokia phone for Soviet submarine buying.
He gets it.
Hasn't been charged since the 90s.
Doesn't need to. Why would I?
Very good.
On uranium.
It's Russian 90s tech. It's probably nuclear.
Without doubt. I'll be honest with you.
Love it. So you guys heading to Barney's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, love it. So, you guys head to Barney's Scrap, and it's still like in sort of central South Dank, but it's in a much is sort of like in the shit end of like the commercial district, and it's you come to like what looks like a run of shops, but then like half the shops are just like rubble, and there is just like piles of scrap and old tech and like just like tanks and coolant like lines and like rolls of cable and hosing and all sorts of random shit just in there. And then just over it just has like a nice like neon sign which just reads like Barney's Scrap. It has like a little shop front that you can walk into as you head in, and yeah, sitting at like a little chair by the front desk is Barney himself, the man,
The myth.
the myth, the legend.
The Maverick.
Yeah, he He looks over like a little bit grumpily at you, and he like sizes you guys up. Sighs a little bit. He's like, "All right, what do you want?"
I just hold up
Milkshakes.
I hold up the picture and just go, "Oh, we've got a corporate client who's after something that looks like this. Don't know what it is. Don't ask questions. If you know what it is, that would really help because I think we're being underpaid."
We are not that technological.
All right, hang on a sec. You can pass me that. He takes out some little reading glasses, pops them on his nose.
Little circular spectacles.
Yeah, he's got like a little chain that goes all the way around his head, and but he still takes the phone, holds it with both hands, and like holds it at like arm's length.
Oh, like proper boomer holds it.
Yes,
That's flawless.
He has a little look at it. And I've no fucking idea what that is. He like scratches his head for a little while, and he goes, Dick, get in here!" And another guy comes in, like an elderly guy in like a full like jumpsuit, just like smeared in grease, with like his hair like sticking out all angles, just like comes in as well. He like shows it to him. He's like, "Fuck is that?" And he's like, "Fuck, I know. That's some newfangled shit."
These guys are my spirit animals.
Maybe we should have gone to App Store.
Yeah, Barney hands it back, puts the glasses, tucks it back into his shirt pocket, and he goes like, "Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you look around," and he just looks around, and like there's just like these shelves just like piled with just random like bits and pieces of things that you with no discernible order. And he's just like, "Yeah, this isn't the kind of thing we normally get round here. Sorry, I couldn't be more help. But
Do you know
I've got
a
great deal on transistors. If you're interested."
Again, I'm not a tech person. What's a transistor? But more importantly, do you know where someone might know something about this little new black box?
This little nugget of importance.
Let me just remind myself of something really quick. He like scratches his head and he like turns to Dick and goes like, "Oh, is that little fucking shit there, isn't there? What's his name? Sweets. That was it. Go around the block. There's this little punk kid calls himself Sweets. Fancies himself a bit of a hacker boy. One of them newfangled, like does what's it's on the web and whatnot. He likes all this computery bullshit. Go have a little chat with him."
Redacted just rolls his eyes at the idea of going to talk to a hacker. And then just says, "Oh, thanks for your help. I'll buy one of them their transistors, whatever they do."
well, what kind? And he just like launches. He like starts grilling you on like what amp, like what resistor, like
I'm
what.
going to cut him off and immediately point at the closest piece of tech, especially if it's not a transistor, and say, "Just that one."
Yeah, he is like 10 logs.
Cool.
Done.
I hand him 451 logs and just say, "Yeah, if you could also just forget that we were here, that would be very nice. Thank you."
Who was here?
Too fucking right, my friend. And that
Very
brings
good.
my money to a nice round number.
Oh, God, that's all any of us are doing, isn't it? It's the battle to get our money to be a round number.
Very nice. So you guys heading out afterwards?
Yeah, off to the hacker boy.
Yeah, I don't want to give away who we were or anything like that, or give away the name just in case. But yeah,
that's fine. Redacted. As with your passive perception, as you step out of Barney's scrap, and you turn with River down the street, you are able to notice sort of a bit incongruent with like the surrounding neighborhood. There is what looks like just like a simple black sedan sitting sort of down the road, facing sort of towards Barney's Scrap. Looks a little bit out of place, and something in your bones, in your loins stirs a little bit.
Ugh. In his robot-y loins.
I just sort of nudge River,
Mhm.
nod to the car, and then I delete the picture off my phone.
It's a good idea. I'm just gonna rub my left arm and nod.
Yeah. I then, after I delete the picture off my phone, also rub my left
Which
arm.
left arm?
Yeah, my left arm, not my right left arm. Thank you, doctor.
No, I rolled pretty well, and I think it was on the right way around.
Yeah, no, you got it right.
The only way they're the wrong way around is if you bought the wrong one.
I bought the wrong one and then insist it goes on the left arm. Oh no.
Yeah, you didn't think to do like the left-right thing you do with your fingers on the new arm. Didn't want to look like an idiot at the shop.
Alright, so we'll keep strolling casually towards this hacker punk guy, or what do you think, Richard? Redacted, whatever medical you.
I want to say
We call him-
walk past,
Hmm.
call the boys in, and fuck up the sedan.
Okay, I like that.
It might be an innocent sedan that just is lost.
Let's carpet
But
bomb it.
fuck it.
All right, so you guys just turn around the corner. You break line of sight with them,
Mhm.
and you is that when you're calling the guys?
Duh.
All right. So the commercial district isn't very far from where Cookie hangs out, where Cookie's apartment is, and the rest of the guys. So it probably takes a little while. It probably takes about 15 minutes, something like that, if the guys are booking it over there to get over. But in that
Did anyone buy that GPS ammo?
No.
time,
Gee.
but yeah, when the guys arrive, I mean, you're able to sort of coordinate wherever you want at that point.
I mean, my thinking is we're not just going to jump them straight away, but if we can have the boys in their van kind of nearby, and that way if Redacted and I do get kind of jumped by anyone, they'll be right there to give us backup.
Yep.
Everybody else okay with that?
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah.
So we're there in Cookie's shit van, are we?
Who is?
Rake van, yeah.
Oh yeah, so Cookie is driving. So Cookie, can you roll me? What would it be?
Cookie.
Shotgun.
What do you want? Land vehicles?
Yeah, probably land vehicles. Just to kind of like, yeah. I was gonna say like you're driving around just to blend in. Like Cookie's in this particular part of town. Like Cookie's like clapped out. Fucking what is it? Is it
It's just a minivan.
a minivan? That's it.
It's got 6
People
cup
carrier.
holders.
It's got the cup holder,
Fuck
and
yeah.
there's like a a really old like wire bound notebook up on the dash.
Does it have
Does
plastic
it have
spinners as
a-
well?
Is that the Cookie? Is that the one you use for your business? The Cookies fuck off technical.
Yeah.
And it's just
it's just got like Cookies fuck off technical like blasted on the side.
Okay, we should get some black paint, some hammer,
Yeah, we need to repaint this van at some point.
and just splash over the cookies.
Alright,
So
so-
it's just the fuck off technical.
Yeah, because if these are the guys that are staking out to see if Cookie comes back, and Cookie's van just drives past, like, oh, it can't be the same Cookie.
Okay,
No
on the
one is
way-
that stupid.
On the
That
way,
was kind of my thoughts.
can we
Yeah.
stop at B&Q's and get some black paint?
Yeah, no, it's fine. You're able to like quickly like get some paint or like cover it up with like some tape or something. Yeah, like you're able to like.
Like Mr. Ditch just hangs off the side of the van.
Repainting it as you go.
No, it
But
just hangs
repaints
off
it in
the side
black
of the van,
paint exactly
covering
over the
all
layers.
Yeah.
Also, not like black, car paint, like black wall paint.
Like,
I do a really bad
it's like
job
a
of it.
really
So,
big
what we do,
gloss patch.
we cover the van in one part of Velcro, and Mr. Ditch wears a Velcro suit the other part of Velcro, and he has to run at the van and jump and stick to it while the van's moving like Takeshi's Castle.
All right, well, that's the worst possible
Yeah.
idea. So everything is an improvement now.
I agree.
Yeah,
All
so paint over it, follow.
Yeah, that's cool. So
Yep.
that takes you a little extra 5 minutes whilst you like, whilst you realise that shit.
Recorded the voice, and they spent 10 minutes doing DIY.
So yeah, Redacted and River, what are you guys doing whilst you guys are waiting? Are you just sort of like lounging or like sort of relaxing, but on a street corner?
Is there a coffee shop nearby?
Yeah.
We could
You're
just
sort of like
stop in and get a coffee and a quick
Yep.
break while we're on our way. We're doing
Yeah, cool.
normal work stuff. La 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 la.
Yeah.
We don't suspect anything.
I post up at the bar of the coffee shop and insist on having it in like a whiskey tumbler.
Have it in a coffee mug. Dear.
Can you both guys roll performance
Oh, hey, I'm
or
good at that.
deception? One of the two, because you're like trying to like appear like casual and like.
I'm exactly the same at both of them. So performance. Oh no,
Was it performance or persuasion?
deception.
Or deception, yeah.
Oh, I'm exactly the same both. I'll roll deception.
Okay.
Well, one of us sticks out like a sore thumb. But somehow it's not me who insists on having his coffee in a whiskey glass.
That's normal. Welcome to Cyberpunk.
Yeah, this is like this isn't like a fancy this isn't like a Starbucks. This is like a essentially like the like those like grimy little trailers on like a lay-by on like the motorway.
Oh god, right.
It's essentially like a shop version of that.
Was
So
the cover
the,
really worth the herpes?
Yeah.
The canteen from the end of The Apprentice where the losers go.
Yes. Yeah, it's that essentially. So you've just got like work at sort of like very low level corporate people like janitors or like the people doing the manual work or like factory workers just coming in and having like a coffee or like something to eat.
Who for some reason are all men. That's why River sticks out so badly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sticker.
Yeah, she's like trying to lounge back and be like casual, but it just comes off as really, really sexy. And all the guys are just like open mouths staring at her because they haven't seen a female.
Yeah, so everyone in the coffee shop is just in a semicircle around her. Just all
It's
standing.
cover. Look, I'm protected.
Meat shields.
Very good. So so it's enough time has passed that the guys have arrived. I'll say just so we have like a rough visual here. I'll draw up a little thing. So this being the road. So this is where Barney's scrap was. That's where the calf is. This is where that's the other road, and Sweets is somewhere down a little bit further around, sort of that way.
If I left the roll
Oh, I've had character sheets open
sorry.
on top of that. I didn't realise you were painting. So wait, we're at the place over the road from Sweets, or
You are
Yeah,
at
we're
the
up here.
calf.
Should we try down character tokens to make it?
Oh, yeah, can do. Yeah, no, that makes things simpler.
Where are we?
You guys, so the black stand is like up. Oh, damn it.
There's my semicircle of men.
It's like here.
Important to have
You
that
guys,
map.
where did you guys? They're sort of facing towards where Redacted and River are.
I'm just gonna get a drink. Won't be long.
Go to the coffee shop.
So are you guys gonna sort of get close behind them, or like further down the other end, or where are you guys gonna go? Cookie.
So, sorry, just ping where we are again.
Wherever you wanted to be. You
So
can
this
be.
is Black Sedan.
That's the black stand facing to the right, down that way.
I mean, it would make sense to be over here, wouldn't it, behind them?
Sure.
Maybe approach. Maybe we drive from this direction.
Yep. Drive past.
Past them.
Okay. As you guys pass, whoever wants to can roll a perception check. I'll probably. Oh no, actually, it's a minivan, so it's not like blacked out. It's not like a van.
I don't know. It
It
depends how
doesn't
much
have
black paint they put on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did just go and buy a black paint and a fucking roller, like
And Velcro.
and
Yeah.
Velcro apparently.
There's only a tiny little bit left in the window that you can actually see through.
Because there's a samurai stuck to the side of it.
Yeah, and there's a samurai Velcro
Stuck
to
to
the
the
side of
fucking
the
front window.
Super low key.
Act casual, boys.
And the samurai's whistling as we drive past.
Yeah, the samurai's reading a newspaper and whistling.
Trying to make it look like it's just a fucking park bench.
With some holes cut out in the newspaper.
Is this just kind of like one of those like promotional vehicles, like the smart cars that have like the turf all over them, that kind of thing?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
okay.
pretty much it. Yeah.
Yep, sweet.
Oh, God, I'm crying.
Mr. Ditch, Cookie has Splint. Dan went off for something, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to go get a drink.
Cool. I'll say so. Cookie is able to notice as he's driving past. Although it is tinted, just as you go past, where you're able to see through the tinting just a little bit. It appears that there are two people in the stand, just in the front seats. That's you just able to make out the vague.
They look like our boys.
Until you head past, there's a little car park there. You just do a little Huey and pull up on the side there.
All right. Now we need to try and lure them out. Yes. My thinking is, if we can convince them that myself and Redacted we've got the cube, that they'll like try and jump us. So what we could do, I'm trying to think of a way to make it seem like you've got something you don't, because we don't have the cube.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on,
What?
Redacted, you seem like a kind of individual who would just keep random packages on their person. Do you happen to have like an Amazon envelope or anything? Padded envelope? Nothing? I just have a bottle, so...
Well, we could just what? How big is the cube?
Oh yeah, actually.
It's like about sort of like
6-inch square.
yeah, it's sort of like that kind of size. It's like it's a bit bigger than like a Rubik's cube. Imagine if a Rubik's cube had like 5 rows instead of 3. But it'd be the same size. It is about that.
It's like a 4-inch square.
It's a bit bigger than you could just comfortably hide in like a pocket and be
Right.
sort of subtle.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab the whiskey tumbler I insisted on having.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap it in.
I knew there was a reason.
Wrap it in napkins, and then as we're leaving, I'm just gonna like hand it to River,
And I'm back.
but like really not subtle,
Okay.
just so it looks like I'm handing off a package for River to look after. So obviously
Okay.
the man in the trench coat don't got no pockets.
And I will awkwardly try and stuff it in a pocket, but obviously it's a bit too big for that, so I'll just kind of give up and kind of hold
Okay.
it.
And then I
Hold
guess
on
if we
to
just
it.
start walking off quickly towards where we're going.
Or is there an alleyway nearby?
So there isn't necessary. There are alleyways in between the shops. So just next
Hang on,
to.
at this point, can all of us in the van be prepared to get out?
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That's kind of key to our plan of us being bait.
ASA, please.
So this is the next road that hooks a right, and it's towards that way heads to Sweet Shop, the little hacker man that you've been recommended. There is a little actually whoever over here, like either Redacted or River, do you want to roll a perception check to sort of see what sort of routes you got?
I would recommend you do that, detective.
I detect yes.
So that
routes we
is
can take.
you
Excellent.
clocked when you were going into the shop that there was one just coming sort of back out there, and there's also one over a bit closer to the scrap shop, which heads down that ways. That's all you can see of it. You're not able to make out much more of it, the sort of inside of the alleyways.
All right. Well, we'll do our really obvious handoff as we leave, and then I guess head towards.
Aim for this one.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
And for which one, sorry?
This one, because then
Yeah,
at least
the
it
one-
looks like we're going in
yeah.
the direction of. Although they don't know where we're going, so they probably don't give a
Well,
shit.
my thinking is we go into an alleyway. They'll think, well, this is a good time to jump them.
Yeah, off the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I jump someone.
Awesome. So you guys, you exit, you make your sort of subtle handoff, and
Very
then
subtle.
and head across. You make your way into the alleyway. Cookie and the rest of the lads who are in the minivan over here, you see two G-men essentially like step out of the sedan here. I'll tell you. I'll show you.
Oh.
They both look. Can any of you guys make a perception check?
I can try.
God, I bet they've got a really bland name, like Mr. John or Mr. Smith or something.
Can't imagine that.
Can we get a perception check from the Velcroed samurai?
I want Jamesons to be low enough that he's convinced they're androids.
I mean, like perception is one of the things I'm good at, but don't worry about it.
Don't worry
17's
about
good
it.
enough.
I'm
17
trying not
is
to make
pretty
eye
solid.
contact with them. I'm not trying. I have really low perception.
So the samurai, Mr. Ditch, with his fine, honed warrior senses, is able to look at the two men and think these guys are either identical twins or they are probably synths.
Fucking synths, bro.
But yeah, so as the guys head through to the alleyway over here, they sort of casually exit and then just start not like in a hurry, but at a good sort of, but with obvious purpose, they start striding down the street towards the alleyway as well.
Can I ask Cookie to park just past the alleyway?
Over here.
Overtake them and then park just past the alleyway so that we can pop out as they appear behind us.
All right.
as they go into the alleyway, just pop out behind them.
So with that, you guys are able to get past them, and you're able to pull up, and they're about here. They're like they're sort of just coming past the scrap shop as you guys pull up. What are you doing?
I think let them go in the alley.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Is the alley? Hang on. Is the alley a dead end?
You don't know. You can't see.
Do we know?
Can I quickly look up on like Google Maps? Legit
What?
question. Is that possible?
No, that's not too bad. I would say you're under time pressure, so I'll say you have to make a computing check to see how quickly you're able to get that up.
You
That
shouldn't
sort
have
of
installed
info,
all
and
those
get, like, a map
taskbars.
of the local area up.
There's an awful lot of things that are up at the moment about getting a
So
hidden blade.
Cookie's
into
probably
a
been
arm.
too busy driving, so
I
I'll say.
hope you've got Google Maps bookmarked, or you're fucked.
So Cookie wouldn't have been able to help, but Splint, with that, you're able to see that there is an alleyway here, and it does appear that it keeps going. There, it seems to branch potentially, like going behind some of these shops, but it's difficult to tell. Like, and by it's about as much information you've gotten before they are like up on you.
Cool. I'm gonna like go into the comms that everyone can hear and be like, if they go in the alleyway, it's gonna branch off. We might lose them.
All right, take them now.
Are you allowing them to go into the alleyway first?
They step in so we can block their exit.
Okay, so
What?
they step
No,
in.
no, they can. They could. Dan just said we could lose them.
Yeah, but they've got two of our team in front of them.
But you,
Oh,
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they're after us. So if
Oh,
we
yeah.
stop,
We
they'll
think.
stop. Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. They might just be out for a stroll.
Oh
Like, we
man,
don't- we
that would
don't
be
know if
super
they-
unlucky for them.
We don't know if they're just really unlucky G-men.
yeah, they're about to have a really bad day if they're
On
just
their
empty
lunch
by the
break.
They're just two guys, just looking. Yeah, they're just two guys on their break, just
Out for a
looking
nice
for.
sandwich.
Not even
Yeah, just looking for a
synths,
sweet
just
snack.
twins.
You get out, and the guy's like, "No, Terry, I'm telling you, this place, it looks like crap, but they're the best sandwiches in town, honestly." No, so you.
Stop trying to make us feel empathy for the people we're going to murder.
Like,
Like, I can't wait to get
Try,
home
but I
tonight to my
never
lovely
never
wife and
succeed.
2 children.
2.5 children.
Fucking Synth!
Little Timmy's just had his first tooth.
Yeah.
Liar! Synth don't have teeth!
My daughter was bullied at school today, so I'm going to go home tonight and comfort her.
Liar! Fucking Synth kids don't go to school.
God, you're just really racist against synths, aren't you?
Yeah, wow, we're finding out some things here. mate.
No, with no like provocation either.
I know. This is just we're just learning some stuff.
No,
about-
because if we're honest, there's no. That's just like that's not necessarily. There's no.
I mean, he's not wrong. That is how racism works, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, fair
Yeah,
play.
but there's no like by definition, synths don't age, do they?
No, they do.
I don't know.
They might be far more developed in this universe than I'm
I'm
aware.
so
changes.
ready for
They
Sam's character to
appear-
turn out to be a synth.
They age very
But no
slowly.
one told him.
Oh man.
Life's gonna be this
Are
way.
they like born as children?
No, they're created as an adult. A new
that's
synth
kind of
will
what I
look
meant.
like
So they're not like having
Yeah.
families and kids.
no.
Their
They-
children aren't being bullied at school.
Not
Well,
until the
they
law
are-
changes, yeah.
Keep
They're
telling yourself that, Sam.
biological.
Whatever
as
you
well
need
as
to get through the day.
They were in WandaVision.
Mm.
Um,
What
I
is-
want to kill something.
so you guys follow the G-men into the alleyway. Redacted and River, what are you guys doing in the alleyway? Have you guys just continued in? Are you-
Well, I'm sorry.
so-
That's redacted. We cannot say.
Can I
What
cough
happens in the
loudly?
alley stays in the alley.
Clear my throat from the alleyway entrance.
Well, before we do that, I just want to just check what. So River and John, what have you guys done in the alleyway when you went in there? Have you just like, are
I
you
guess-
hiding, or are you just standing out there? Or
Yeah, are there any like service doors on the alley?
Make a quick perception check.
Oh Christ! Okay.
So
Oof.
not you can see there appears to be some, but the ones that you can see appear to be like obviously like locked in some ways.
Okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna nudge Redacted that we can go and stand by one of those and make it look like we're about to meet somebody who's about to unlock it and let us in.
Okay. So
Didn't
you
think I
guys. So as you guys are doing that, roll. Either one of you roll a deception check, or both of you roll a one of you roll with advantage, or both of you guys can roll deception.
Oh, I've got quite good deception. If you
Uh-huh.
give me advantage.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
All right.
Is Tom back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Cool. Yeah, 16. So you guys are doing that. I tell you what.
Mhm.
Let me just show you.
Ooh.
So you guys come into the alleyway here.
Tom, it could be worse. You could be the guys in that narrowboat that blocked
It's just a black screen for me at the moment.
now up north.
For fuck's sake.
What?
Should we drop our token somewhere?
Yeah. One sec.
Look
Why?
at this
What
gold.
it's got? What I don't even understand.
Where are we
Isn't
dropping
that you guys?
The world's come to a standstill.
Yeah, that's a massive trading canal, you asshole.
So you can't see anything right now.
We haven't
Yeah, it's a black screen. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Where are we dropping tokens?
Just at the top. No.
Oh, I can see something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no, I dropped my
yeah,
token. I
the whole map.
can see. Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Super
What
blitz.
was the fact there was no token?
Yeah. All right.
I did wonder.
Where
Have no
are
eyes to
myself
see.
and
So you
Redacted.
and Cookie, you and John are over here,
Samurai needs to drop his token.
over here?
like just over there by a little doorway into the building here. You guys have just come into the mouth of the alleyway there, and the two agents.
The two poor victims.
Innocent victims, bystanders, really.
I'm going to call them Jim.
They don't even get their own name. Fucking hell, mate.
I could stop right now and never say anything against synths again, but it's stuck, isn't it?
Yeah, you're a synth racist
It
now.
is
Sorry.
that. I mean, I am actually now. I've noticed. I don't think you've had a character that wasn't racist.
Huh.
To be fair, Sam did finish the last conversation by just being like, "Yeah, now I want to kill something."
Yeah,
no.
that is true. Yeah.
Like what in any campaign or specifically?
No, I've had characters that are racist.
I think us
It
as a
doesn't count
party.
if
Yeah,
they're
they were just
NPCs in
sexist
your
instead.
campaign.
Doc Grubbs was many things, but he wasn't racist.
That's a fair point.
It's true. That was one thing they had to leave off his rap sheet in the end.
He was an equal opportunities
He was
degenerate.
guilty of many, many crimes.
It was the only thing left off his rap sheet.
I don't think. I think all of my characters with irritating accents from Dan's campaign were racist, right?
I
No, but
mean-
your accents were.
Killian was pretty fucking against fucking Dragonborn, Red Dragonborn.
Oh yeah, Killian hated Dragonborn, but they didn't murder all of his friends.
Yeah,
Still
racist.
racism.
Is it racism if it's not about the race?
It's fine.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, we're getting into some stuff here.
What about what about the really dark Scottish one?
The fact that you're having to stretch so far to find it should
No, I'm
just
trying
tell
to-
you
I'm
everything
trying to
you need.
relate.
What about this one? Oh no, not that one. But what about this one? Oh no,
Really-
what about that one?
really-
Is this technically racist?
What about the vicious Scottish half orc?
What, the one who started cutting out people's tongues within the minute?
And eating.
Yeah, he wasn't
It was
racist.
many things.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he talked enough to determine if he was racist or not. It was mostly,
The
ferocious howling and eating tongues.
character
That's
Sam
like
had to
saying this
retire 'cause
baboon
it was-
isn't
it got a
racist.
bit
It
dark.
still pulled a guy's face off,
Oh,
Doc, you guys
Yeah.
I'm a very chill person in real life. I don't know what it does to me.
Yeah, Richard's viewers don't have that opinion of you.
I made the mistake of showing one of my colleagues Richard's YouTube channel earlier today. I don't know how that's going.
That is a mistake. You will not live down.
No. So you guys enter the alleyway, following closely behind the two agents in front of you. Just past them, you can see John Doe and River sort of like hamming it up by a doorway. As you're doing that, the agents sort of stop what they're doing and just pause in the middle of the alleyway, and they stop in unison and they both clear their throats. But it's the one on the left who finally says, "Excuse me there. Apologies to bother you. We believe you may have something that may be of great importance to us. Would you please allow us to search your person?"
I assume so. River's still holding this bottled up. Well,
The glass.
covered in. Yeah, it's covered in.
As
napkins
Jameson
or
is
whatever,
doing that without looking, the guy on the right says, "Taking another step forward may be inadvisable, sir."
Wait. River.
In response,
River,
James
right?
said,
We
"Excuse me,
have
gentlemen,
hidden
I have
blades.
room
We can stab them, like real close.
Same.
We can just let them. We can let them search us.
Yeah, but you'll stab them, and then they won't be dead, and then they'll attack you, and then you will die."
Yeah, but at some point in there, you will kill them. It's fine. And
Yeah,
we will
that's been our plan for every combat.
We
Is
will
we
kill
just
them.
survive.
I'll kill them whilst looking down on your broken body. Like,
I'm fine with that. I can run another character, and he will be a synth.
I mean, I felt like you were really getting into your nameless detective, but if you don't value him, then...
I am, but I can transport the shit out
I'm
of that story
quite-
You
into an
have a
android.
healer.
That is true. We don't know any of Redacted's story, so it's not exactly like
It's not non-transferable.
Yeah.
You just replace him with another redacted, and then what?
Either way, River doesn't particularly want to get replaced by her sister Bliver. My thinking
Yeah.
is, so I'm currently holding this clothed up tumbler. So what I want to kind of do is kind of hold up the tumbler wrapped up in napkins so they can't see what it actually is, and just kind of see if their eyes are following it as I move it.
Yeah, you hold it up, and they are like following the shape that you got there.
Can Jameson repeat their speech back to them? Excuse me.
Can you remember it?
I have reason to believe,
Ed's like,
you may have
yeah,
something
but
of
why?
great interest to me. I'm going to need you to accept. I'm going to need you to allow me to search you.
Please allow me to check my script quickly.
Sorry, that's not Jameson's line.
Jameson's line is my legs. I can't remember. Oh wait, no, that's later.
These pages are stuck together.
Yeah, no, they're following it. They are looking.
I'm gonna then just be like, "Are you the police? Is it the police here, or is it corporate? I don't actually know what the police situation is. Who turns up when you call 999?
There is the Metropolitan Police,
Okay.
and so there is an official police presence. However,
Hang on, Dom. You
Sorry?
know this. Two of your party worked for them.
Yeah, I know, but you think I pay attention to you guys? Please.
however, corporations do have a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
They're like private security, and especially high-ranking corporate businessmen are kind of immune to law.
Okay. Instead of asking, "Are you the police?" then I will ask, "Who do you work for?"
I'm afraid that's a privileged information. If you comply, everything will be fine, and you can go on your way.
I'm afraid searching me is privileged information.
Can I roll privilege?
I like to think that as he does that, he just with his free hand just kind of gestures at his general body.
I mean, let's be honest.
This is privileged information. Get lost, bitches.
So yeah, roll for white privilege.
Yep, certainly.
Fucking hell.
Alrighty.
Can I roll intimidation to get them to turn around and look at me while I talk?
Yeah.
Look at me!
I love how Jameson is just like, I am not the center of attention.
Please.
It's me.
We're not in combat currently, are we?
No.
Can I Fury, please?
Yeah. So you just start. Why
won't you look at me?
You roll. So you roll in intimidation. All right. As you do that, the guy on the left looks to the guy on the right and says,
Who do you work for?
Mr. 8, do you mind keeping an eye on our visitors? Splint, as you're coming closer, the guy, so this guy, Mr. 8, turns around and faces Jameson. This guy over here pulls a gun and points it at Splint.
I'm just going to show my empty hands and just saying, I'm just going to go stand by my buddy. Well, sorry, I'll do it. Hey, I'm just going to go stand by my pal over there. And just walk over next to the squishy boy, if I can get away with it.
So this guy steps away separately and comes over here in front of you both, and he just holds his hand out expectantly.
I'm gonna like hold up the glass as if I'm going to hand it to him. The glass is in my right hand, by the way.
Just step back slightly from this, just in case.
And so can I see Jameson from? Yeah, I can see Jameson from where I am, right?
Yeah.
I want to just nod and immediately draw my hidden blade, which is a bonus action, and try and just stab this guy in front of me like immediately.
Okay. I will say this is not going to be a surprise round because these guys are. That guy's got a gun on you.
We all know exactly how this is going to go. I'm just about to Jameson be able to do something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, wait, is the guy directly in front of me? Is he pointing a gun at me?
Yeah, he's the one who's got his gun.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry, I thought it was the other way around.
You thought you had your gun on him?
No, I thought it was the one further back who had the gun on me.
I'm just being a dick. I'm just being a dick.
By this point, this guy has pulled his gun out of his suit pocket and is just holding it by his side.
Jameson's full on waving a power axe in his face. Like if he raises that gun, he's
he's just got it like loosely held at his side.
Okay. Instead, all right, I'm holding out this balled up package, and I'm gonna look at my boy redacted next to me, and I'm just gonna like lightly touch my left hand, and then go as if I'm slowly handing over the package to this guy to give him plenty of opportunity to process what's been said.
Mm-hmm.
Quick.
I try and stab the man.
There it is.
Yep. Roll. Well, we're in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Sort of thought that might be the start of it.
Oh, cock.
All right, fucking James Mayer.
That's a pretty tenuous point.
He's got a cookery show named after his catchphrase, like, you know.
Yeah.
I might actually cook from his cookery quite a lot.
This is good, actually.
There you go.
A story's appeared on BBC News called, and they've actually titled it, Pets Detached from Owners in Database Cock-Up.
Oh, cock.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So.
I need to roll initiative.
Whilst everyone's doing that,
I'm quite pissed.
John Doe, can you roll an attack, please?
Please. Oh.
So a 15 misses, unfortunately.
Does Tyrone need to roll initiative?
Yes, Tyrone rolls his own initiative.
A 15
You need
misses.
to drop token, which you have not done.
I am not hopeful about my position if a 15 misses.
I know, right?
It's a while for my turn, so I'm going to go get there.
Now,
Sam's gonna come back and
now
all
can you
characters
understand
die.
why I moved to where I am?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Is that everyone rolled?
Did Tyrion's roll?
Let me see.
It's not on the list.
No. You have to select the token and then go into his character sheet and do it.
He can't do it for himself, remember?
Oh no, there he did it. I'll change it to 23 though.
That's changed me to 23.
Oh, that's annoying. What were you?
I was
before?
11. There we go.
Much
better.
Hey, even better. Look, even though I rolled a 7, I'm at the top. Ah, never mind. Damn.
Cool. So first act is Tyrion.
Okay.
Fucking on it, that dog.
Tyrion's gonna leg it at this guy. And bite him.
Go for it. So I believe Tyrion should have advantage because he gets pack tactics.
Ticks.
Let me just.
Yes.
It's a 21, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, 21. That will hit. That does 9 damage. Very good. And yeah, sort of like takes bites onto his lower leg. Is there like a grapple thing in there? Do I remember?
I've just closed the couch sheet.
Oh, pull yourself together.
No, fuck off. Why don't you fuck off?
Just while there's a lull, Scotland.
Right. If the target creature, it must succeed on a DC 12 reflex saving throw. It will be grappled.
Yeah.
Lovely. So the agent, Mr. 8, will make a reflex saving throw.
Ah!
No. He is grappled by the little Tyrion hanging off his leg, and he looks annoyed, like looking down at him. Is that Tyrion's turn?
That is Tyrion's turn.
Lovely. River.
So is this the one directly in front of me? Is he? Oh, bollocks! I've just clicked off of Roll20. Is he still pointing a gun at me, or has he changed a bit to angle more at?
He's sort of been taken a bit off guard by John, so he hasn't had an opportunity to react just yet.
Bless you, Ash.
Hey, trying to think. Given how far away people are, what I want to do is play up the scared girl thing and just start like, you know, in The Dark Knight Rises where like Catwoman just like plays the scared girl and she's like crying and screaming in the corner kind of thing, and like I want to try and do that and like kind of toss the package like over here or something like that while I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Toss me.
Toss
me. You'll have to toss me. You'll have to toss me.
Yeah, is there a way that you can throw a grass delicately so that it
It's
doesn't
wrapped
smash?
up, so I'm not trying to like huss it over arm or anything like that. I'm just trying to like toss it.
You're just lobbing it in that direction. Yeah, you don't need to roll for that, especially.
Garbage.
Roll deception though to like give the impression of like the whole damsel in distress sort of thing.
I'm going for.
Okay, yeah.
That's the right river. There you go. Telling you, I'm all about deception, sneaking, and now I've got a hidden blade, so nobody even knows I'm armed.
Let me just double check what it is.
Black Widow.
Let me just double check what his insight is.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's sense motive, isn't it? +2.
They might be good at that.
Oh damn! I grabbed the wrong fucking dice. I'm a fucking idiot. All right, absolutely fine. He looks impassively, sort of back at you.
What did I expect? Synth.
Lovely. Moving on to it is the agent's turn.
They go at the same time.
Yeah, they both. It's weird. They move in like unison.
You know, it's like robots or some shit.
Yeah.
Wait, do they do exactly the
so-
same thing? Because hopefully they are attacking Jameson and somehow they miss me.
Yeah, he's much more dangerous.
So the guy
Definitely is.
by Tyrion, who's been like locked on by Tyrion, is essentially just going to use his turn to free himself of that, and is going to try and sort of shake loose of Tyrion and just sort of kick him off. So that's going to be an athletics check. Oof. Oof. Oh. Was it a contested? Yeah. So yeah, no, he does not succeed. He is just sort of stuck there. That is absolutely fine. The guy over here, he is just going to turn his gun on John.
Mhm.
I would
And-
like to use my reaction
Yep.
to distract him.
Oh yeah, that does that impose disadvantage?
Yes. So he has disadvantage on the attack roll. Yeah.
Cool. So he's going to make one attack. Miss. So he misses with his first attack, and then he goes for his another attack. Does the disadvantage just give it on one attack, or like the next? What's the wording of it?
It's disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay, so it's one attack roll then.
Yeah,
by the sound of it.
unfortunately. As
Okay.
much as it'd be lovely if it was 10.
I mean, it's fine anyway in this case because it'll still be a 14. John, does a 14 hit?
Yep.
So
Oh,
that'll be
no.
14 points of damage, if you please.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he would not detect you.
Of ballistic damage, so if you have any damage reduction,
Yep,
feel
so
free.
I take 11 damage. Oh.
Yep, that's good.
What's 15 minus 11? Oh yeah, 4. That's how much health I have left.
And then he's going to use his final third attack. River, what is your AC?
I don't want to tell you. It's 15.
Okay, so he appears
Yeah.
to not buy the scared damsel routine, and he
Worth a
just
shot.
turns his gun towards you, fires a shot, but he's kind of you manage to sort of juke out the way at the last moment.
Yeah.
Lovely. That is John. It is your turn.
Well, I can't move away because he'll get a shot at attacking me.
Can you disengage as an action?
Yes.
They've got guns, haven't they?
Yes.
So,
So yeah,
he might not shoot at me if I'm away from him. 'cause
He's still at point blank range. Wasn't supposed to have disadvantage naturally anyway.
it would if they didn't have something
Blinding
called blindside shooting.
Never mind.
I'll paste it in if you want.
Yeah, no, I believe you. You don't need to post it in. Don't need to highlight my failed attempt at helping. That's
Please
all
don't draw attention to my failure.
Yeah, so essentially, they do not suffer disadvantage when attacking with a ranged weapon in close combat.
Bastards.
So what I've just learned from that is a rule that I didn't know that's going to stop me shooting at him.
Yeah, you could disengage and run round the corner.
Yeah, I think that's all I can really do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you've got 2 health, I'd rather you didn't die.
Oh no, I've got 4 health, so I can take.
Oh yeah, look, fucking go for it, mate. You'll be
I
alright.
can take. No, I also, I don't want to run it. Oh, if I
Fucking
run,
melee these people, then, mate. You know.
yeah, I'm gonna have to disengage and run away. Like a little fucking bitch. Yeah, so I'm gonna run past Splint and up around this corner,
Yep.
and that will be my turn.
Yep. Cookie.
Right. I will. commons here? Can I see this guy?
Yeah. Yeah, you have direct line of sight. All that stuff is just crap on the floor.
Okay. Bit like Tom.
Oh.
Fucking nailed.
Oh. Oh.
Got him.
Got it! Ha! Got him!
There goes my self-confidence.
Can I give him a little bit of sword off Steve Austin?
Yes.
Boy.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you miss, I'm afraid.
Advantage?
Sure.
Advantage.
Make your case
Oh,
for advantage.
Oh dear.
hang on.
Yeah, give me a minute, Eddie's got to,
Oh, dear. I guess.
Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. Mr. Ditch.
I am gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If you do that movement, you will move out of that guy's range, and so he might get an attack of opportunity on you.
I move out of the guy's range.
If from his close combat range.
What?
Tom even.
Because if you moved into this square, you're in a square threatened by him, and then if you were to move over here, you would move out of his range. You could come over here.
I just
and
go there.
go.
I can-
Yeah, you could go around if you wanted. Yeah.
I've got what's it called? Action surge. So I can move further as a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah.
On your turn, you can take
Action surge basically means
not
you
how
get to
that
go
works.
again.
Is it?
Yeah.
what?
Action surge is like basically another turn.
Oh,
You can sprint, which is your
Sprint.
use up your action to run again, and then you can action surge your attack.
Yeah, you could do that if you wanted.
okay. I'll do that.
Yep.
You can achieve what you want to achieve with action surge, but that's not the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go here.
It's just because action surge is quite powerful. That's why we were kind of clarifying it. If you're using it just to run away, just be aware it's a powerful thing that you're using to just run away. So if you're going to fight and stuff, that's fine.
Cool.
Running away is a valid choice.
Are you making an attack?
So I'm gonna stab him.
Go for it.
Right,
Stab
that doesn't
him.
work.
Darn it.
Yeah, I'm afraid the 14 misses. Sorry.
Oh well.
Are you
Told
doing
you,
anything else?
stab, it doesn't work.
It's like pachinko, isn't it? Some days you win,
The
Some
balls
days
were
you
not
lose.
with you today.
balls weren't with me.
Jameson.
I am gonna. Ooh, decisions. I'm gonna toast this motherfucker.
Oh, I wouldn't. Plastic fumes are pretty bad.
They're
Yeah.
delicious.
Seeing as he's an android.
I mean, I can't resist 4d6 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck with that.
That was my drum roll to my attack.
Honestly, it sounded like the wettest rumbling fart I've heard in a while.
Honestly, yeah. Christ.
Let me just check something about flamethrowers.
I think I can choose to either do a spray cone or to shoot one thing.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that's cool.
I had alright. It's the same. It's the same. It just has the effective called spray, which is the same as a minigun.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can either shoot someone or you can spray it in a cone. But I'm not going to spray it because everyone will get burnt. I'm just going to shoot.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Also, I get an extra 2 damage from Fury and an extra 1d6 from my superheated weapon.
Who is that on? The guy in front of you.
Yeah. So that's an extra 3 damage.
So the flamethrower is a ranged weapon.
It's a heavy weapon, but yes, it is a ranged weapon also.
So you'd be using it in close combat, which would mean you would unfortunately get disadvantage.
Oh, minimum range is 10 feet.
No, it's just any ranged weapon. If you were to try and use it
so-
in melee, unless you have a feat that allows you to, you would be rolling at disadvantage. So, for example, using a pistol or an assault rifle or a sniper rifle or anything.
Just imagine putting a flamethrower point blank against a guy and then pulling the trigger. You'll get hurt.
Or like it's just easier to avoid and kind of like they can kind of like knock it astray. I think it's like
maximum range
that's
is
what it's
only
for,
10
yeah.
feet.
yeah, it's not amazing in terms of
So,
distance.
I have to be like I have to.
Yeah,
be
no, that's a
Okay,
thing,
so
isn't
like
it?
I
Let me
apply
just have a look
any
at
other
that.
gun, I'd be like, that's fine. But it's a flamethrower. Like
Hmm.
I have to be within 10 feet of them to use it. But I can't be within 5 feet of them.
I
It's
think
incredibly specific.
yeah, I think what we will do, we will change the range of the gun. We will change the range of the flamethrower, just to allow that to be a lot more usable. But I think
I mean, I take it as
I'm reluctant to change the whole rules of how.
also kind of the whole thing is
Range
that it's on a melee weapon.
Mm,
I'd fully take it as reducing the range if I can use it in close combat because it doesn't really benefit me. Because it doesn't really benefit me being that close.
so would the idea with the weapon then be you would only really use it in close range?
At melee range, yeah, pretty much. Like,
Okay, yeah, no, I'd say you can.
so I can
You can
the
do
only
either.
benefit to me is that I can cone it. So essentially, all I can really do is I can either shoot the guy in front of me or I can shoot the guy in front of me and a couple of guys behind them. That's about it. It's
All right.
10 foot range, so I've only got 10 feet of range, so at best I can do 2 squares in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, we'll roll with that for now. We can talk about it more another
I'm
time.
surprised that's not addressed already, to be honest, because you think with a flamethrower, because you've got 10 feet of range, you would expect to use it point blank a lot.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, all
Well, I suppose there's a
ranged
difference-
weapons
there's a
work that
difference
way.
for
But
short
yeah,
range.
we'll talk about it another time. But yeah, so for right now, let's go with that. Yeah, so that does hit. In that case, then, so minus 14. So use the singe this guy up a good one.
Plus the 1 for my superheated weapon and plus 2 for fury. So
Does it kill him?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Are synths alive?
Okay,
Sorry?
Can I add, please? And I'll add 1 hit die.
oh shit! So in
All
theory,
right.
you can use as many as you like.
Well, no, I've only got 2 hit die.
All right. Yeah, but like when you get a level 8 or something, that's a lot. That could be a lot of d8s. I'm not saying you should, but you could.
Shouldn't you have 3 at level 3?
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just thinking that.
Awesome. So that's a further 4 damage. So yeah, that spray of fire like burns that guy up. It burns his head and the cote, his skin begins to sizzle, but it begins to sort of expose the sort of metallic skeleton underneath. He has a proper like Terminator moment where you see like the side of his face like closest to you on his right side is just like bubbled, and underneath just seeing like the metallic jaw and like the temple.
It's really gross.
Yes, quite gross. Are you doing anything else?
Yes, as a bonus action, I am going to pick one eye within 60 feet, which would be who can hear me, which I'm going to say in this instance is going to be Mr. Ditch. And I'm going to give him a rally die.
Oh, that's nice. Meaning that
He's very good
you
at
can do
off-road.
some sweet drifting,
It's a
mate.
bit like Bardic Inspiration. He gets a D8 that you can spend at any time within the next 10 minutes to add to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw.
Nice. Okay, awesome. Cool. Splint.
Tom, don't forget that. I only get one of those per day.
How many?
He's going to treat it like a relic. You don't need it. He's not going to use it.
Yeah, I don't need those.
It's a D8. So next time you miss an attack, you have to declare it before you can declare it after you've rolled your roll, but you have to say it before you find out whether it hits or misses. And it's a D8 you can add to it.
Cool.
I'm going to
Nice.
level my Hippocratic Oath at this boy here.
Mm-hmm.
And just pull the trigger. Where the fuck's my gun gone? I scrolled way too far down. Oh yeah, 10s across the board. That's got to be some kind of bonus.
10s across the board.
God, do you know what? That's it. I've just won Pachinko right there.
Oh.
Mr. Ditch starts paying out.
just money falls from the end of my gun.
I make
Yeah, you
Pachinko.
look down and there's holy shit, that's 101 long bill, just like right under your foot. Look at that. But yeah, unfortunately, your shot goes wide.
Okay, I am adding 101 to my thing.
What's 10 in bingo?
And I'm now going to move back here, and I'm going to rest a hand on redacted, and I'm going to give him a little bit of a quick heal.
Oh, thank you, friend.
Fucking hell, that was terrible. He got 4 health back from that. 3 D4s. Brilliant.
But consider that puts me back up to over half my health.
I doubled your health.
You actually, yeah, you did.
And I'd like to sort of like stand so that I'm kind of like in the way of this guy to that guy and to him. So sort of like just kind of like blocking him.
All right.
If I can.
Yeah.
Even if it's
cool.
just half cover.
Yeah. You can provide some cover to for line of sight. Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Anything
John's
else?
just gonna
You all done?
John's just gonna turn to make sure that it's like more than half cover.
That is all I can do for the moment.
Awesome. Back at the top of the round, Tyran.
Right.
All right, yep.
My iron is going to
I swear you said Tyran when you said Tyran.
do
That's how
another
it's-
point on this fuck face.
Talking about Tyran. Bit off.
Yeah,
I'm
you built
going
it.
to try and stick it. Yeah.
Yep, 21 will hit.
21.
That's
Okay.
a further 7 damage.
Yeah.
So he like just continues to just fucking chew on that fucking leg. This guy is getting beaten up, but he has still got plenty of fight in him.
And a DC 12 for being grappled.
He's still grappled.
Okay.
That's all fine.
Then here endeth thy turn.
Okay, River.
All right. Well, seeing as the whole damsel in distress thing didn't work,
Dissect the
In-
motherfucker.
in this they get an attack of. If I was to do that, I would get an attack of opportunity against me, right?
Yeah, if you were to run away from his like 5-foot radius.
Not as in moving within it, but in.
That's
that was
fine in these
Starfinder.
rules.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
it was only
Starfinder.
Starfinder.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so I will do a sweet roll over here as a bonus action. I will draw my hidden blade, and then I'm going to try and stab this fucker.
Someone stole your sweet roll.
See.
Yep, go for it. Roll with advantage.
All right, so here's hidden katana with advantage. Oh yeah, and that means
Tiger, hidden katana.
my snack attack also goes off.
I just thought of a great name for a katana.
Go on.
Kerry Katana.
I'm not calling it that.
It's not a
Some
great name.
actual-
It's great.
That's 11 damage. Very
Indeed.
nice.
And I don't want to move around or anything like that, so that will end my turn.
All right, nice. It is the agent's turn. So, moving over here. So, starting with Mr. 8 up here, he is going to just he's kind of just accepted the dog hanging off his leg, but he is just going to like almost like as quick as it takes for one person to fire one bullet. He fires 3 bullets, 1 into Jameson, 1 to Cookie, and then 1 towards Splint. So he's going to go.
Being grappled does that just stop him moving?
It just stops him moving, yeah.
Okay.
So Jameson, does a 19 hit? Sam? Yep. 19? Yep, so that'd be 6 points of ballistic damage. Reduced by whatever your reduction is, because you have your heavy armor, don't you?
Yeah, which is 3.
Yep, cool. Cookie, does a 15 hit?
No.
No, that
I'd like
misses.
to disadvantage mine if that's all right. I'm gonna say that before we do the roll, just so
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm committing to it.
Does a 13 hit, Splint?
No, it does not.
Jamming
Disappointingly, neither would have a 14. But hey, what can you do? It was worth it.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, if you weren't standing there, they both would have hit me.
Yeah.
The agent here, now that River has kind of like properly gotten his attention and kind of like not pissed him off, because you don't know if he's really capable of that.
I did stab him though, so I get
Yeah,
it.
he didn't really take too kindly to that bit. So he's gonna take he's gonna sort of do some close range shots at you.
Oh no!
Bam.
Engage, sweet dodge. Oh my god, no, never mind.
28. That'll be 9 points of damage. Lovely.
Yep.
Second shot, 21.
Fuck.
Second shot, 21. Yep. So that's 5, is it? Yep.
5 points of damage, and then he's gonna use the final shot to sort of like
Disadvantage.
whip round.
What was going on?
On Mr. Ditch. Mr. Ditch, does a 16 hit?
Oh thank god.
60
That'd be super dead.
does not hit.
Why did it have to be the one attack that was sub 20 would have to be against Mr. Ditch? So these guys are moving lightning fast, but yeah, they managed to fend you off there. John, these guys are looking pretty tough.
I'm just gonna step here, fire my heavy pistol at man who's been held still by the dog, because everything helps my aim. Promptly.
14 unfortunately misses.
Yep, and I'm gonna step further back into the alleyway. There endeth my turn.
All right, Cookie.
Right, I'm going to do ping 3 damage on this guy.
Okay.
Because, yeah. 1d4. That's 3d4 plus 3, isn't it? Sorry, 10 damage on that guy.
On this guy. Minus 10, that is fine. He is starting to look pretty beaten up here.
Can I go to cover? Can I cover behind some of this stuff I'm behind?
That's just kind of detritus on the floor. You guys have just been walking over it, so not on that stuff there, no.
Can I cover where I am here?
Yeah, you can sort of like hide behind there. Yeah.
Hello. Hello, hiding friend.
Hello. And that is all.
All right, Mr. Ditch.
Stabbing time. I'm going to use my D8 for my attack roll.
I'm so proud of you, Tom.
You are allowed to roll before you declare that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
You just can't find out if you hit. But
Okay, I'm going to roll, and then I'm going to declare.
Yeah, if it
One
goes
way or
poorly,
another.
then you can declare.
I think the idea is, if you roll on that 20, there's really no point in spending the D8.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't declare.
You.
So can I add that to the damage roll?
I don't think
doubt
you
it.
can do damage.
Yeah.
Add the number to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. No damage.
Yeah. So not.
Well, I can add a D4 to my damage with my because it's bladed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cut his head
Oh,
off!
very nice.
Cut his fucking head off!
So yeah, you slice. As you slice, you sort of like into where his shoulder, into where his arm meets his torso, and you're expecting like the give that you're used to in like bones and tendons and things like that. You do not get that. It like sinks and it sticks, and you're able to get it back out. But yeah, he seems to be made of much sturdier stuff.
Hey Dan, I've got chocolate fingers that are actual fingers.
Is that your turn, Mr. Ditch?
Yeah. That's everything.
Jameson.
Nah. Alright, well, as I've already toasted my fellow friend,
Time to add marshmallows and chocolate.
I mean, there's nothing stopping me toasting them again, is there?
Turning them into a s'more. I
Seems
don't
like
know if you
fire
need a
doesn't
convention.
really hurt them though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, I'm more saying like, oh no, I've burnt off all my skin. Only my, purely efficient robotic skeleton remain. Oh no!
Yeah. fair
Oh
point.
no, other Barry.
Alright, we're gonna swing. Swing. Ooh.
Oh yeah, 22 will hit.
Kind of pathetic damage roll, but I'll take the extra two. Take the extra +2 fury damage. Make that a 9.
Yep.
I don't get superheated weapon on melee damage, which is kind of sad, but we're gonna do.
That's all right. Awesome.
I feel like if it was superheated, that would help, but apparently not. So go figure.
What is superheated weapon?
Hot.
What's that ability? Sorry.
It's my level 3 thing. It's literally just like you can do an extra 1d6 of damage to the target, but it only applies to ranged weapons.
Oh, that's annoying.
I suppose
never
you
mind.
don't really want a melee weapon to be hot while you're hitting a metal thing with it. That's how weapons are made.
If anything, I'd expect that feat, that whatever you want to call it, that thing, to apply to melee and not ranged, and not the other way around. But
I would
Probably because
imagine.
melee's already super strong anyway. That's probably.
I suppose it.
like my power axe is a 1d12. My flamethrower is a 4d6.
Yeah, but if you think about it, your melee weapons as you go up, like they'll also always add your strength modifier and all that kind
Yeah,
of
but
stuff.
I get to use strength modifier for my heavy weapons attacks as well. So literally, all the modifiers and attack rolls for my minigun, my flamethrower, and my power axe are all identical.
Well, then I'm gonna
As is
shut
my
up.
base damage buff. The dice are just better for the minigun and the axe.
Well,
No,
that
the
sounds like
heavy.
a nice problem
You
to
only
have.
add the strength to your attack, not the damage. With the heavy weapons.
Yeah, I suppose how strong you are doesn't really affect
Yeah, like with the
Yeah.
ranged
How flamey
weapons,
or
you don't
minigunny
add
it
your
is, yeah.
dex to the
Yeah,
damage.
but,
You only add that to the attack
I
roll.
mean, they still, on average, they're still doing fine.
It's still pretty. It's really fucking powerful.
Yeah.
Like it's 2d6, 2d10 plus 2, 4d6 plus 2, or 1d12 plus 4. Like it's a no-brainer. If one, it's killed my melee.
Awesome now.
Very good,
I'm just going to
Mr.
end up burning stuff because it's better.
Splint.
Cool. Which of the two is looking more haggard?
This one definitely.
Okay, so I'm going to aim at this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was just me judging a decision.
And
Ooh, dang!
although I rolled a 13, I would like to use my precision aiming, which just means that I do max damage. So
Oh, fuck! On a crit as well. So
Does that mean
So-
you get all of your dice maxed?
So that would just be 4 times. Just be 4 times. Oh fuck me.
So that'll be 32 damage.
32 damage. That'll do.
Jesus.
God damn!
Sorry, Sam. What was that judgment that you had just then? Now do you understand why?
Fuck it up.
If he's dead, I'll concede.
He is
Please be
not
dead.
dead, but he is
Fucking
quickly.
Oh, you were
There
right.
is. There's a massive shotgun blast like opened up on his chest, and he is like leaking like this like
Milk.
milky white sort of fluid.
Fucking
Um,
synth.
I've seen Alien, yeah.
Ed had the
course,
chance
that's-
to kill that guy just to make Sam wrong.
I was so hoping to do that. Yeah, I know. Right. Okay. So that's that. Just check. You can do a bonus action before you do a normal action, right? It doesn't matter what order you do them in.
yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I fucking hope so. Otherwise, I've been doing everything really wrong.
I am as my bonus action. I'm gonna step forward and heal River.
Oh. Da.
Some terrible rolls again, but hey, 5 it is.
All right. Hey, I'll fucking take it, dude. Thank you.
Yep. Cool.
Lovely. Tyron.
Right, we'll bite this. We'll bite this guy again.
Right.
Tyra is just having a munch. This entire fight, just.
No.
Yeah, it's unfortunately a miss, I'm afraid.
No, it's a 17 because I get.
Oh, yeah, shit. No, you do. Well remembered.
Disability used to go still a miss.
So that's a first. Still a miss. Well remembered, tough.
Advantage because Stone Cold said so.
Because Tyron says so. Very nice. River.
All right then. So
Him either. Fuck me.
Well, my 32 went to the other guy. Not
yeah,
the
I was
one
going to say
Tyra
it's this one that's like barely alive. Isn't
Oh
it?
right. Oh okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and stab this guy then.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, there is something I can do to absolutely cheese this. And I'm not saying I'm doing this, but I have the run and gun feature, which means if I move at least 10 feet in any direction during your turn, I get a +1 damage bonus. So technically, I could use my movement to be like, hup, 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 hup.
You could also
And
generate
then-
a lot of attacks of opportunity.
No, because he can just
No.
circle round within his.
As long as I just circle around
Yeah,
within his
proper
entrance.
anime thing of like
So-
just running around him. He's like, "Where did he go?"
I'm not
And he's
doing that
behind
because
him.
that's clearly not what that is designed for. I'm just stabbing him.
Why would you not do that?
It's 20, and I get a snack. 6 snack, yeah.
Ooh.
Will I ever not get at least 1/1 within my sneak attack? So it's always coming up red, and I'm always thinking, oh god.
Oh, damn.
I'm slightly disappointed that it's not SNEK.
Blame Richard, he made it.
You are the snake.
Very nice.
Right, is he still alive?
Yeah, like he stabbed him through, and he is starting to look. He is moving a lot more sluggishly. He is about as like fucked up as these guys. Both of these guys are looking really fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stand by my criticism of Dan's choice.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide, which in this situation is just trying to make myself look, as diminished as possible.
Okay.
There's the stealth roll, I guess.
It's coming to the
Never
agent's
fucking
turn.
mind.
The guy who's just been impaled by Mr. Ditch and River and turned into like a fucking shish kebab.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Turns to the other agent and says, Mr. 8, I believe we should depart. Then Mr. 8 turns back. He's like, I agree, Mr. 6. This guy is going to roll athletics to try and shake off Tire Iron. See if we can get rid of that. He does.
Fuck.
So he is going to come over this way. Please roll it.
No.
Ah, very nice. So as he's heading away, you slash, and you like slice, and it comes off his arm, and half of his hand gets sheared off in the attack.
There is some fury on that as well, so it's actually a 7.
-7, is it?
Wait, do I assume I've assumed that I have to use a melee attack for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is going to come over here.
Does Tyrion get an attack?
Tyrion does.
Ah.
Tyrion, attack with your great axe.
I'm assuming he still has advantage because
He does not have advantage because his ally is not within 5 feet of the enemy.
Damn.
So yeah, 13 misses, I'm afraid. He is going to scoop up what the bundle of tissues that River tossed over here.
All right.
And then he just it looks like he just runs directly upwards. If you look closely, what you can see is he's just stabbing his feet into the wall to run directly upwards.
I clearly lost more blood than I thought I had.
he gets to the top onto the roof, and you hear these like hydraulic pistons as he's running up, and those like kick in again, and you just hear like as he just like fucking gazelle like fucking runs off. And he's going to use his bonus action to sort of dash as well, and just fuck on out of there. This guy is going to he's going to take a shot at River. What was your stealth?
Oh, it was in that one. So yeah.
So
No.
he still is aware of you. There,
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna try and
Anything
attack
more
there.
aware.
Just
Out of
give you a little
curiosity.
parting gift. 12 ballistic
No.
damage.
Oh, I thought it was 12 to hit. Yeah, that does hit. Ow.
Yeah. What are
Thank
you at
for the
now?
heal down. I'm at 4 hit points.
Yay! Not just me.
Where Splint has come back in to like, actually no, he's gonna, because Mr. Ditch done a lot of damage. Oh no, Splint was the one who fucking hit him really bad, so he's gonna
Splint
try and
did
hit
that.
Splint for 11, which is gonna miss, but he's also gonna do
12 also misses.
So
Thanks.
his hand, which has got his heavy black pistol in it, goes to fire, but it's like it's moving really sort of just sort of erratically, not like sort of getting like a clear sort of smooth bead on you.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Splint
is
strangely tanky. He's got a 16 AC.
and he is also going to sprint at sort of rather than going upwards, he's going to go directly this way. So please,
It's
all of you,
stabby time.
go for it.
I expect you to kill him.
Oh no.
It's kind of possible at this
It's 21.
Come on, samurai.
I will tell you how much he has left. He has 14 points left.
Oh, I got 5
He has a D8.
Can I add the D8 to that?
To the attack.
to the 5.
To the attack?
No,
Roll.
he rolled
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Sorry?
You're not going to do it.
It's worth doing. You're not going to not use it.
You've got to add it to the attack roll.
The river hits with 5. He is down to 9 hit points.
I don't get sneak attack, do I?
Splint.
So I'm adjacent to somebody? Is it if I'm adjacent to somebody? Let me check.
It's if you're. You can only have that once per turn, I believe.
Yeah, but this is a new turn, isn't it? A new round.
This isn't
no,
my turn. It depends on the wording.
I think it's until the start of your next turn.
Let me check. Hang on.
I think that's how it's worded in D&D. So you can't, unless you didn't take a sneak attack on your turn, you couldn't necessarily apply sneak attack to a reaction. And Mr. Ditch, feel free to, roll an extra D8. I will say
I wouldn't have it anyway. So.
his AC is 16, so you will need an 8 to hit him.
So
I
if you're only
believe.
doing 7 damage, you will not kill him.
Yeah, but doesn't he have the thing to do extra damage?
Oh,
with
yeah,
blade
he does.
weapons?
Does.
I believe.
On an 8.
You need an A here.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
he just like you swing your katana around, and he just sort of he like bends backwards at an impossible angle at the waist, and then like whips back up and then pieces out. And then he uses his bonus action again. Those hydraulic pistons kicking in, and he uses his bonus action to run.
Die.
That is the end of the combat there, guys.
Mess of
That's
it.
Ventville.
Cool. So Splint is going to go around and do some healing of the squishy boys.
I didn't get any damage.
He's going to pick up the removed hand.
Oh,
So so the removed hand, it's about half of the hand. You've got the last 3 fingers, the middle, the ring, and the pinky finger, and sort of about like half of the palm, sort of chopped off. That's where the axe sort of sheared it off.
Both of those of you.
I
River.
appreciate, Dan, that you didn't foresee that. But
Which one for who?
yeah, shut
Both.
it.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, well, I didn't realize how much health he had, and I thought if I can get a hit, I do automatically do 16 damage, and I was like expecting that to be enough. And then when it was 32, I was like,
One
oh,
of my
yeah.
thoughts was go for the weakest one, because if you can kill one of them.
I was more thinking because also River was pretty fucked as
I
well.
was very much fucked, yeah. If he didn't heal me, I would have died then.
And then that's for redacted.
Thank you. I have all my hit points back now.
Cool. Anyone else
Doesn't-
need some
doesn't
healing?
take- doesn't
I
take
could
much.
use a little bit more to top myself up, but not too
I
much.
am 3 points short, but I'm sure I'll live.
3 points short. That's fine. Cookie, how you doing?
I've got no damage.
Oh, you literally just went for all of the squishy people.
Ah,
I mean, to be fair, he nearly killed me like straight off the bat, and I was like, oh.
I mean, almost immediately. Yeah, I kind of assumed you were going to get capped.
Have an additional 9. I'm pretty much tapped for healing until we have a short rest.
Ed, I have a question.
Yes.
So I have preferred mark, and I've
Yes.
chosen corporate. Do
Yes.
those two count as corporate or synths? Because they're defined separately in this.
They're defined separately.
Yeah,
I mean,
Really?
but they
probably
were.
they count both.
That seems odd.
They
I
are
would,
both corporate and synths.
yeah,
So
I would,
it's-
I would say they count as both.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if we want to track them, I have advantage on tracking them.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
because
just
in
follow
D&D,
our
you
blood.
can have,
Or just follow the hand. I'm sure it'll be pointing in the right
Yeah.
direction, right?
They'll
Yeah.
be trying to get back to its master.
It'll
Yeah, 'cause
crawl
you-
back. Yeah.
You can get creatures with dual like types in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have like a celestial and a humanoid. Like you can have, yeah, something that is both. So yeah, I can't see a reason why not.
Cool. Yeah, the only thing I get at level 3 is tracking them. I don't get any bonuses to attacks because that would have been
Well,
really.
you've even got a bit of that hand to give the mechanical dog to sniff. We're on this.
Very nice. We shall leave it there for tonight, I think.
Okay,
That sound all right?
that seems okay.
I'm alive.
Good.
Thank you. You guys did way better in that fight than I thought you would.
Did we?
Did you think we were going to have a death?
I thought someone might go to 0 there. But I'll be honest, it'd be tire iron in that first round, like preventing him from actually like fighting, which really clutched it.
Good old Tyron. He's a good lad.
Well done, Tyron.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought that was the end of Redacted story. There, just oh yeah, he hit you for 14 points, like 14 damage. So
Yeah, it was-
and I was like, oh, that's most of my hit points.
The worst thing about Redacted dying as well is we're never going to fucking know the story if he does actually die. Like,
The 14 damage was definitely the like, oh shit, these guys are like, oh, these guys came to play.
yeah.
Well, that's it. And it was also when my 14 to hit missed, and I was like, oh, well, that's
Yeah.
me out of this fight.
Yeah.
really.
That was the point where I was like, right, I only have one attack. I am only attacking with advantage.
It was weird. They were like rolling like 24s and 25s on the people with like no armor, and then every time they tried to shoot Mr. Ditch, it was like 13.
Yeah,
They're
well,
intimidated by his Chad aura, so.
Yeah.
it's because Mr. Ditch has the power of Jesus and anime on his
Oh,
side.
God's sake.
Yeah. Jesus, anime.
Oh, that was a good session. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, very good, very
nice
good.
balance of a bit of a downtime and then some.
But oh no, guys, disaster! They made away with Redacted's Tumblr.
Hilarious. I love that.
So good.
Did really well.
Yeah,
That.
oh, no, what are we gonna do? They took your glass.
There's no denying it. They got out of that fight thinking like, yeah, we have successfully beat these guys. They were really defending whatever's in here, and then opening it to find a glass.
Yeah, no, 100%. They've completely
Oh.
missed the fact that we're just overly aggressive.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Jameson's walking up behind them, just like, "Fucking look at me!"
I love that.
That's so in character as well to be like, excuse me, I'm here. I'm the main character. Oh,
I'm the
that's
one you want.
perfect.
You clearly are not aware of who I am.
People know me.
Mm.
I have many leather-bound books, and my office smells of rich mahogany.
What? Okay.
If anyone gets that reference, I'll give you a gold star.
Anchorman.
Say again.
Anchorman, gold star to Ed
Oh,
immediately.
All right.
I'm kind of a big deal. People know me. And he's like, "What I'm trying." He goes like, "I have many leather-bound books, and my office smells of rich mahogany." And then she's just like not interested. It's right at the start when he meets her for the first time. He goes,
Mm.
"What I'm trying to say is, I want to be on you." And she's just like not interested.
You mean that doesn't work? What?
Can't
No.
confirm. Doesn't work.
No, surely.
So when's
Sure.
SN11 going up, Dom? Tomorrow?
Monday.
Oh, I thought he was asking me.
Now you understand on what?
Yeah.
Why we keep saying the wrong name.
I do, because I keep hearing the wrong one.
Look at me.
Oh, and
Right.
also during that, Scotland beat France.
Really?
Yes, Wales won the Six Nations. Suck a dick.
Yeah, Scotland beat France. Got a try in the 85th minute.
I'm so proud of you, Scotland. Scotland did the two
Okay.
things they needed to do.
Wait. The 85th minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did somebody not tell Scotland and France how long the Robbie game's meant to be?
Nobody wanted to mention it.
Well,
You know.
they were in, I think it was
Score.
like 25 phases or something.
Wow. Fair play. I regret. Well, not I regret. I enjoyed this, but I would like to see that. That sounds like.
Yeah, both teams in the last 10 minutes had players sent off as well. Well, Scotland.
really?
Scotland got a red. France got a yellow.
Shit got catty.
You kind of have to though. At that point, like if you're
Yeah.
fighting for that win, and it's the last game of the season, so it doesn't matter.
Do you like the